Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the one and only Composure giving y'all another public service announcement, man. You dig what I'm saying? We have the entire It's Pimpin' radio collection now for sale, going for $4,500. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything going back, you know what I'm saying, since 2009, man. And I'm even throwing in a whole bunch of payroll archives, man. You dig what I'm saying? Man, I just got this, I just got one thing to say, man. You dig what I'm saying? Where else on the entire planet, or let alone just, let's just say the internet, can you find the amount of information and game that we have been giving y'all? You can't go nowhere on internet, on the YouTube. I don't give a fuck where y'all go. You dig what I'm saying? You can never find anything quite as jam-packed and, you know what I'm saying, everything else, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to find this kind of information nowhere else in the world. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man, right here, right now, $4,500 for the entire collection of the It's Pimpin' radio catalog. It's coming. It's going to be on a hard drive. You dig what I'm saying? We have over 300 shows with over 400 hours of game, man. I'm talking about, you know, almost damn near 20 days of running audio. You dig what I'm saying? Almost 20 days worth of game. You know what I'm saying? Man, you ain't gonna never find nothing like this nowhere, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the investment for your future in a lifetime, man. This is history right here. A lot of players that have contributed to this material is no longer even living, man. So it just goes to show, man, you know what I'm saying? This is a one-of-a-kind thing, man. If your money is right, you dig what I'm saying? I highly suggest that you cats that's listening to this announcement right here invest in some real, authentic, true game, man. You dig what I'm saying? Only $4,500 is only a limited time offer. You know what I'm saying? I haven't put the deadline out there just yet, man. You dig what I'm saying? But you want to grab this right now while it's available. You dig what I'm saying? Like I said, it's coming on a hard drive. And it's all unedited game, man. You know what I'm saying? It's got a lot of material. I don't have the time, you know what I'm saying, man, you dig what I'm saying, to edit all of this shit and put it, you know what I'm saying, and do it how I want to do it. So hey, I'm putting it out there because all you cats, y'all keep asking me all the time, like, man, I need some more shows. Well, hey, here's your chance, man. You can buy the whole collection, man. You dig what I'm saying? It's here available for you. You dig what I'm saying? You are not allowed to duplicate any of our material. You're not allowed to put it on YouTube. You're not allowed to make music songs with none of our shit. You dig what I'm saying? You're not allowed to resell none of this, man. But you know what I'm saying? Soak up some of this game, man. Get you some of this ism. You dig what I'm saying? And support us, man. We got a new radio, 24-hour radio station coming this year, man. You dig what I'm saying? With payroll to pimp, man. You dig what I'm saying? So if you really fuck with us in a real way, you know what I'm saying, and you really, you know what I'm saying, take this game serious. You really take this game seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? And you want to know the right way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? We represent each one, teach one, man. You dig what I'm saying? Each one, teach one. So if you're really serious about this game and knowledge, man, you need to go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and order this, man. And really get your game in order, man. You know what I'm saying? Take your shit to a whole nother level. You dig what I'm saying? If you really fuck with us, if you really fuck with this pimpin', you know what I'm saying, support this pimpin', man. Hello? You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this is the one and only Composure. And I'm going to keep throwing these, you know what I'm saying? Man, it's available right now, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Warning, warning, warning. You're about to witness a seismic event.
This show and all others is brought to you by It's Pimpin101.net, so please pimp responsibly.
Hey. What's good with it, man? It's King Kelly L for the record, man.
And this is the one and only Composure. And you're now tuned in to It's Pimpin' Radio.
Yeah, dig. It's Pimpin'.
Yeah, we live officially. Hey, this is the one and only Composure live for It's Pimpin' Radio. We finally back on here. I got special guests tonight. Mr. P, the Ultimate Gentleman, representing Washington, D.C. Detroit's finest, Scooter G, the P. And the topic tonight is on Leakin. I've been doing a lot of promo for the for the last few days on this topic, and man, I told y'all, man, you know, we was coming back this year, man. And like I said, this year for his Pimpin' Radio, Payroll to Pimp will be back on the air this year, man. So you don't want to miss out. That's right, Payroll to Pimp is coming back to the motherfucking air, man. He will be back around, man. So shout out to everybody that's tuning in right now. I see a lot of people that hopped on YouTube. I need everybody to share the link and tell everybody to hop on in. This is going to be a live show. You definitely don't want to miss out. I'm going to have Gangsta Brown on here and quite a few other little players, you know what I'm saying, to come on in and share and give light to the topic. Yeah, Payroll coming back. Shout out to Napon the Kid and Cleveland Roberts. And so, Scooter, man, here we are. We live, man.
What up, though? Nigga, you know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Detroit's finest, nigga. Your Royal Highness, what's cracking with you, man? You got P on there and 415, shit, nigga. It's like a reunion and shit, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You know, I jumped at the opportunity and shit, you know what I'm saying? To fuck with you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit going on out there, but, you know, we'll touch on it. You just tell me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is and shit, you know what I'm saying? We'll tackle it, you know what I'm saying? But as far as I go, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing the movie thing, you know what I'm saying? Not a movie, so to speak, like a DVD. I got a publicist, and she shopped it around to major cable networks and different things, you know what I'm saying? That's where the money is. So that's the route I'm trying to take. I'm doing that. Plus, we putting together a tour, me and my dad and shit, putting together European Motown review tour. They love that Motown shit over there. And, you know, that's what's on the outside, man. But fuck all that bullshit, man. That square-ass motherfucking hobby shit, nigga. What the fuck you want to talk about, man? What is it, man? Come on. Man. That ain't what you want to talk to me about. That ain't what the fuck you got me on here for, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it, man.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, I you know, it's a lot of people that's not really doing good in the game right now. It seems like it's a lot of cats leaking. And a lot of people always hitting me up like, you know, what's going on around the country, trying to see if they the only ones going through some shit and how they could solve, you know what I'm saying, you know, the situations out here so they could, you know, get back to what they love to do, man. So, I really want to just do a show tonight on the topic on leaking, try to give some cats some motivation, you know, so maybe some insight from a few players, you know what I'm saying, on what some of the things they should probably be focused on out here to help them get them through these rough times and dry spells in the game so that they can keep doing what they do best.
Well, you know, I mean, I talked to K-Red, I talked to Gorgeous Dre, you know, a couple of my partners, the old school guys. I talk to them all the time, you know what I mean? And they all have the impression, which I don't agree with, okay, that it's over. You know what I'm saying? The game is over, and it's over, you know what I'm saying? It ain't never, you know what I'm saying? That's true to a certain degree, you know, but that's only true for certain people. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's certain motherfuckers that the bullshit don't touch and affect. You follow me? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying, P? You know what I mean? And like I'm saying, if a nigga got some young bitches with old souls and he got game and he can lace them, you understand what I'm saying? Then you have to wrestle with adversity out here. You know what I'm saying? The problem is, man, my personal opinion is that motherfuckers don't ruin these hoes and they ain't choosing. So if hoes ain't choosing, then niggas ain't getting no money. And then not only that, these little bitches is going, just these little hoes to pull their panties down to the side, you know, and running the price of pussy down. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course it's gonna be, you know what I mean, you know, motherfuckers leaking, but now it's some motherfuckers getting money too, though. You know, so you know, shit.
Mr. P, what you got to have to say?
Okay, yeah, I apologize. I'm sitting here chesting as well. So yeah, folks, we're gonna give folks a call, plug in as well. But my homie. Yeah, you got traction in there, you know, and definitely a double-edged sword. I agree with a lot of what Scooter just said about, the finessing of it and giving the situation a scenario at hand. But then I also understand, too, where a lot of the sentiments are coming from, people, not just that vibe and that feeling, that, things have gone down, which I don't think it's gone all the way south, but I just think there's a hesitation as far as a lot of these females on really doing certain things. And then some of that has been fostered over the years because a lot of misinformation has been put out there, there's been a crab in the barrel effect that's taking place.
Excuse me for cutting you off, but I got to hold that thought. The misinformation, my nigga, is some motherfucker body made everybody think they could do it. But anyway, you can keep on going.
That's that too, but what I'm saying though is you have a lot of people, because of what you just said, Screw, really, you have a lot of people, a lot of females who have encountered a lot of these characters that just trying their hand, playing around, some of them, have convinced themselves for whatever reason that they think that this is what they are about when they're not. And then cats come in with no understanding, no type of grooming, blindly the blind. But what you wind up getting from that is a lot of disgruntledness coming from a lot of females who've been in those situations, and the fact that since the multitude of them have never been in a real situation, have a reference point. They don't know, what real. So in their mind, all they have to go off of is the bullshit that they dealt with. So now they want to, talk to the next. But, it ain't worth it. Don't do that because, this is what's going on. And neither one of them has been around or official to
Exactly. But see, now here's the thing, right? Like I said, you know what I'm saying? As far as the movie goes, you know what I mean? It ain't really about me making no money. That's not why I'm doing it. The reason I'm doing it is so and these motherfuckers or whatever can see, you know what I'm saying, when shit glamorous, okay, especially in my hometown. You see what I'm saying? Because it wasn't just the people in, the hoes and shit.
I think it's
you know what I'm saying? They call them Detroit man. Damn.
Scooter. I think your phone going in and out.
Shit,
I think your phone going in and out, P. Uh-oh.
Man.
P, are you there?
Yeah, you see that little bar nigga, the next thing I know, the next outside there.
Okay, we're getting some bad interruption.
You get some feedback?
Nah, everything that you just got done, we getting some bad feedbacks, and then the phones just disconnect. So I'm getting everybody back on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what was the connection just totally dropped off. Let me call Scooter back.
Did you want me to plug folks in right now?
Let me get Scooter back on first.
Okay.
if you cats out there, let me know if the audio's still coming through, y'all.
You reached the corporate offices and would you?
Okay. His phone went straight to voicemail. Hold on.
Hey man, come on, get that shit together, man. You making me look bad, nigga.
No, your phone kept going in. Your shit was going in and out horribly, man. Then it dropped.
Well, nigga, you know I'm in another country, so motherfucker, you should have included all of those facts in when we, you know, like my man. Speak with location, nigga. Come on now.
Yeah, got him back on the phone, Mr. P.
Yeah, no, I'm just fucking with you, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was just sitting here. I got, you know, it's just some thoughts. But then again, you know, I mean, since I
we
got cut off,
we lost everything you was trying to say.
Huh?
Your last little spill, you feel me, before the phone hung up, we didn't get that part because the phone was going in and out.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, like I said, man, you know, it's fucked up. It is fucked up out there now. You know what I mean? But as Pete touched on it and I was saying, you know, it's fucked up because, you know, the blind can't lead the blind. You know what I mean? And then it's a lot of, man, so you have to think about this. Think about, you know, how the streets was loyal and the life was glamorous and everything from generation to generation to generation to generation. And then all of a sudden this shit gets to one motherfucking point and it stops. Okay? So it's a reason for that. Something happened. You know what I mean? To make it stop. You know? And, you know what I mean? So, I mean, and I don't know. I mean, you know, you can relate it back. I can remember back in the 80s and you know, the late 70s, early 80s when crack hit, right? You know what I'm saying? That shit brought shit to his motherfucking knees. You know what I'm saying? It brought the game and everything, every aspect of it, every facet of it. You know what I'm saying? It brought it to his knees. Then, you know what I mean? Like I said, somebody started telling everybody that they could do it, and then the rap shit hit, man, and that was it, man. You know what I mean? That was it, you know, so. But then again, like I said, this shit ain't affecting everybody, so. Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely still, you know, a lot being, you know, circulated, and that's definitely happening, you know. I think to a large degree, I think it's just such an abundance of females who are, in some way, shape, or form, trying to interact within that circle, but they're not doing it, you know, in a traditional fashion. So with a man, shit, they ain't doing it with a man. Yeah, exactly. So you know, a lot of the dynamics have been thrown off, and then it's really been a grave loss of respect in the game, especially for gentlemen in the game. And that's not just coming from females, but both females and other men, you know. So that's kind of a problem as well. You know, at one time, you know, gentlemen in life were revered, you know, period. You know, I don't care what someone did. They could be a professor, doctor, lawyer, janitor, whatever. Everybody always had a reverence for gentlemen in the game. It's not like that now. And then right. But the key to what you just said, right, was gentlemen. You understand what I mean? Gentlemen. You know, now, you understand what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers from all walks of life, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm like, you know, I got a motherfucking protest thing going on, like Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? The one knee shit. And my protest is that I don't even use the P word. You know, I'll use it for you in this radio interview and shit, but I don't use the word
pimp, or none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? Because it carries such a bad connotation now. You understand what I'm saying? You're a pedophile, you know what I'm saying? Everything else. And just like P was just saying, it was a time when people looked up to them. I'm telling you, in my hometown, Barry Gordy. P knows Barry Gordy, man. Jackie Wilson, one of the greatest, you know, singers ever. You know what I mean? Aretha Franklin. Them motherfuckers, they all ended up being millionaires, still millionaires. And, you know, they were looked up to. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way they carried themselves, they were gentlemen. They weren't violent. They wasn't beating bars up and doing all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? They were, you know what I'm saying? They were gentlemen. Peace said gentlemen. That was the problem. When the gentleman shit went out and the clown shit came in, you know what I mean? It was a whole different, you know, thing, you know? I will. And, you know, a lot of that, like you say, it was ushered in because people just, you know, let any old body run up and say that they was, you know, proud of this just because they showed up or because they had a relative or because, you know, the guy they grew up with, you know, convinced them to come on down to you know, wherever with them. Right. But PG is here, man. They didn't have to, man, because it was already known. See what I'm saying? It was a tight circle, you feel me? And in a tight circle, motherfuckers knew each other from city to city, from New York to Detroit to Cleveland to motherfucking everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Going for every motherfucker knew, you know what I'm saying? And if the word got out that West Side Will from Detroit, you understand what I'm saying, just landed in town or whatever, man, you know what I'm saying? They know that a player is in town from Detroit, same way a motherfucker land in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And it was, you know what I mean? It was a thing where everybody was, you know, worked together. You know what I mean? And they were known. Now, you know what I'm saying? That's why I see what you were saying. You know, motherfuckers didn't have to be, you know, be wearing it on their chest or hooping and hollering and everything. Now, you got motherfuckers walking around with big ass motherfucking goblets in their hand. In these people casinos and shit, just with PIMP wrote all over the motherfucking stuff. I'm like, well, goddamn, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Is this shit real or is this a reality show? Or what the fuck is this for real? You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, a lot of that is a problem, you know. And I always say, you know, you always have had an individual here and there that, you know, was a little eccentric or what have you, but that was always that individual here, that individual there. Now you have a whole conglomerate of motherfuckers that want to follow behind that and want to try to duplicate that, not understanding that that's just an isolated case. That's not, you know, the end all be all or what the game is. But a lot of people look at it as it is. You feel me? So you got these movements now, and then you got, you know, instead of having one car, you got 5 of them, or 25, or 35, you know, and it's like, that's not what it's about, you know, so, it's like you said, man, and the thinking aspect is gone. It used to be a thinking man game. You used to have great thinkers, you know, individuals with extraordinary minds, whereas now, you know, you got guys that, they can barely, you know, take care of themselves, much less take care of women and whatever. And they can't articulate their lives. Let's try to manage somebody else's. You understand what I mean? But like I said, you know, it is what it is. Here's the thing, and the coup de grace is that, you know, sex is always going to be the #1 selling commodity in the world. You understand what I'm saying? Regardless of what the fuck ever, you know what I mean? That's why, you know, certain people get it, certain people don't, as far as the money goes. You know what I mean? But now, the clients ain't going no motherfucking where. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers buy pussy before they buy food. You know what I mean? For real. So, you know, and so, you know, what you have to do is you have to become an innovator. That's what you want to do. You know what I mean? You want to be as successful at that. You want to be, then you have to become an innovator, whereas, you know what I'm saying, you have to incorporate the old wisdom and guidelines and rules, you know what I'm saying, and let what I'm saying? But now the thing with the technology is, you know, I mean, they still got they got sites and shit, right, where, you know, it costs a bitch a lot of money to get on, and the dates on there is good dates. You know what I mean? So it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? It's what you pay for. But now, you know, the market is fucked up because people fucking it up. You know, that's what that's about. Oh yeah. It's basically people don't know about it, you know. See, what I find is you got a lot of individuals that think that they have a great idea, but it's really not anything new about their idea, the old idea. And, you know, they think that they're doing something that's real slick that's going to actually do something for them, not realizing that, A, what it's going to do for you is going to be short-term and temporary, number one. But B, not only is it going to eventually start to have a negative effect on you as an individual, but it's going to have a negative effect on a whole multitude of people because it starts this whole chain reaction, okay? I remember, go ahead. I remember years ago when they was, you know, starting a little crazy thing down in Texas with the internet deal. You know, they were, you know, trying this domino pizza thing and all this old crazy shit about it really just boiled down to undercutting. That's all it really was, you know, which is nothing innovative about that. But you had 1 month you latch onto it, then the next thing you know you had, you know, it was full blown. So now you had a whole town or 2 or 3 that was basically wrong as far as that particular aspect of the game because they just kept going lower and lower and lower, which, you know, anybody can go lower. You know what I'm saying? What's difficult is to try to go higher. You feel me? You know, you can start off at 2,000-3,000 and come on down to 500. That's not hard to do. You understand me? But it's like real hard to start off at $30 and $40 and $20 and go back up to hundreds and then thousands. You understand me? So they tainted the water with the bullshit, and then it spread like wildfire because you had all these amateurs, uninitiated motherfuckers coming into the lifestyle, and their idea was, I'm just going to grab this in the ground and have it doing, you know, $20, $30, whatever, and try to get my money that way. There's no insight to that. There's no foresight to it to say, how long can this really last? She got to do, you know, 20 days a day just for them to be able to have any kind of a profit when it's all said and done. Right. Like, so then again, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, and you know, while we're at it, I have to say congratulations to my man, gorgeous Andre Taylor. They got that thing passed that he was, you know, the bill and the law and everything. They got it passed today in Seattle, man, where, you know, they're gonna look into police accountability for him killing his brother. I mean, not so much for him killing his brother, but a lot of other people. I saw him and his wife Dove on there, you know what I'm saying, celebrating and shit. So first of all, get a shout out to that. You know, my man's on some other shit now, right? But anyway, you know, like I always think about him and look back on Gorgeous because he had a different motherfucking approach and a different style than most. You know what I mean? Like you was just saying, Pete, this nigga always targeted his women, you know what I'm saying? He always sent them at the big fish. You feel me? So now you got, you know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers out there that don't want no little cheap bitches. You understand what I'm saying? They scared these motherfuckers gonna take something. They scared they gonna catch something, get bed bugs or something. You know what I'm saying? They don't mind spending $500, $700, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? To duck the motherfucking riffraff. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's what Gorgeous would always do. You know what I'm saying? He would, you know what I'm saying, target, you know what I mean, a certain clientele, in other words. You know what I mean? Now, you got to understand that clientele is still out there. You know what I mean? But, you know, really, man, it's only for the pure and the people that really know, because Ain't nobody giving up the game no more, man, because of what dude, because motherfuckers take shit and go fuck it up. Like P said, motherfuckers gonna take this and run this into the motherfucking ground. You know what I mean? So like I said, who's gonna give you they hookup and they plug and shit or whatever, right? And that's how they eating. You feel me? And you gonna go and fuck it up and turn somebody else on, then they gonna rob somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. But like I said, there is still an inner circle. This is why I feel like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would say that 90% of the fucking game or whatever you want to call it, life or whatever, is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But that 10%, you know what I'm saying? That 10% is the 10% that still remains. You know what I'm saying? That's still the inner circle. You know what I mean? That's motherfuckers that still know what they doing. Them is the motherfuckers still living by the motherfucking rules. Fuck all that all beefing and shit and, arguing, trying to see who can be the toughest motherfucker and, you know what I'm saying, man? And then the coldest part, you know what I'm saying, which I don't, back in the day, motherfuckers did cocaine and all of that kind of shit. But these motherfuckers doing shit now, I go to sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, these motherfuckers is putting themselves to sleep, man. I swear to God to you, man. You know what I'm saying, man? They got some motherfucking horror stories going on, man. You know what I mean? And, hey, man, a person was telling me about, a lady was telling me that she was with a nigga, you know what I'm saying, and, some motherfuckers came on the motherfucking track and shot up the motherfucking blade, right? You know what I mean? And, say hoes was jumping in the car with their man and bitches was calling their man to come get them and shit, motherfuckers bailing out track clean in a motherfucker, right? The bitch like everybody but her motherfucking man, he's somewhere leaned out to the motherfucking side, right? This nigga don't know nothing. They can't even wake him up to tell him nothing. You know what I mean? So, of course, by the time he got down there, I guess the bitch, figured out, it might be a good idea to jump in another nigga's car. Fuck this motherfucker, you know what I mean? So, by the time he got served. But like I said, shit like that, man. I mean, they listening to that Molly Percocet and, the lean and all of that shit, which is cool, man. If that's what you want to do or whatever, you know what I mean? But, man, fucking with a hoe, you better be alert, buddy. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you better be on your motherfucking P's and Q's. I actually at the med camp and I found out this dude, I mean, he was spending astronomical money, on lean and weed and some other shit to the tune of, almost $600 a day. I mean, that's a lot of drugs. You see what I'm saying? But the tragic part about all this too is that the fact that there is money out there. There's money out there, and a lot of them are really wasting. They're spending their heads because they putting the time in. They're not getting nowhere near the money that they could be getting had they, put themselves in the right position, dealt with the right. You ain't got no game, man. You gotta have game, man. You gotta have game. Like I always say, P, your job starts after you get the motherfucking money, okay? In the life, in the game. Whatever the fuck you doing, hustling, selling dope, whatever the fuck you doing, your job starts after you get the motherfucking money. That's what's going to determine if you a motherfucking success or a failure. You understand what I'm saying? Because like anybody can get money. You know what I'm saying, man? All kind of motherfuckers get money. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Money don't make no motherfucking, nobody different. If you a fucked up pervert, pedophile, whatever the fuck you are, and you got $1 million, you're just gonna be 1,000,000 times that much more, whatever the fucked up you are. You understand what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? If it's just, it's just fucked up, man.
Okay, hold on. Let me get Gangsta Brown on the phone, man. Hold on, because I know he had just called and I want to get on. Hold on one moment. Yo, I apologize for the delay, Gangsta Brown, but we live on the show, man. I got Scooter G on the phone, like I told you earlier, and Mr. P from out of Washington, D.C. And you live on the show, Gangsta Brown. How you doing?
All right. Hey, GB, what's up, baby? This Scooter, man. What's happening with you, man? Long time. How you been? What's up, man? How you feel? Shit, I feel real good, man. How about you, man? One day at a time, you know. Same old, you know. Just trying to... That's all we can do, man. Yeah, same old. Yeah. How is it up there? Where you are? You in the Bay, huh? Yeah, slow motion. Slow motion, yeah, shit. It's slow motion everywhere, man. Matter of fact, I'm in Canada now, but I've been over in Germany and a couple of other different places and shit, man. And it's cool there. When a nigga come back to the U.S., the motherfucker get depressed, man. Man, come on. Well, go ahead, composer, man. You got Gangsta on there. I want to listen to you, man. Go ahead, do your thing, man.
Well, like I was saying to you earlier, Gangsta Brown, about these dry spells a lot of cats been having, and the state of emergency it seems like this life is in. And you know, like I said, I feel like it's a lot of people that's not really doing too well. It seems like it's a lot of cats across the board just outright leaking. And I wanted to get your perspective on the situation out here, and maybe it could give cats some things they should be focused on, and some motivation to go along with it, and you know, share some knowledge as to why these problems might be existing out here.
That's a good question. Let me think about it. Talk to a few other loved ones. Let me put two and two together, because, you know, it's hard to answer that question because, you know, it's deep. It's just deep, man. You know, so many fakeness going on. There's one major part of it. Females don't know the real between the real and the fake. So a lot of brothers that call themselves a player really ain't. But they got girls. Then the real players, such as us that do this for real, have to go through all that riffraff that we see that's going on with the fake. And this is why there's been a lot of controversy between the old pimps and the young pimps on the real. See, so it's deep. So, you know, we can go on and on and on why, but then it's like, you know, it's deep. So I look at it every day. I smile at it every day, you know, but I know a brother got to do what he got to do. We got to stay down, stay focused, to be able to come up and use his best charms that he has to be able today, you dig, because there's so much around him on so many deals being played, so many obstacles being thrown at females, and they don't know the real sounds good. But then when they found out that it ain't good, then they want to get with the real after they've been scarred by the fake. So, you know, I'm just want to say, all you fake-ass pimps, get out the way and do what you do. Retire and get out of my way so I can pimp. Yeah, well, when you posed that question, I knew that was going to touch a nerve, right? But now, here's the thing, man. I mean, he said it was going to take him some time to think. Actually, it didn't, because his answer was on point, nailed it. You understand what I'm saying? The main problem is the fakeness going on. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the little young cats, man, you can't tell them, you know, they don't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? And like Gangsta said, they want to say, yeah, well, you old niggas and shit like that, man. Hey, man, check this out, man. That's the only place you're going to get your motherfucking wisdom and your guidelines and your motherfucking morals and everything from is a person with experience that can tell you. Who the fuck else is going to tell you how the shit go but an older person with experience at it? You understand what I'm saying? And they want to argue. They want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers can't take the news. Nigga knock them for a bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? You damn near have to leave town or go get a pistol. You know what I'm saying, man? It's just really fucked up. But there's a lot of fakeness going on, and, you know, well, what can you do about it? Because the shit, you know, like I say, it's overexposed now. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you know? You're correct. 1,000% correct. And that's why I seize it, you know, but like you said, what can I do? You know, the good news is about it. The good news, some of the youngsters that tried to be in this game that having bad luck for the game, and I was able to share some good game with them about their mentor, their teacher. You know, where's your mentor, who you first get it from? How did you get away from your mentor? So somebody who was lacing you. But what happened was they left after they had a little love, a little conversation, and then they met a female that liked them. They got that I like you money. They didn't have the skill set yet. They got I like you money. Then when she ran off, then they don't know what to do. That's why I'm so in love, but I have so many brothers I try to quote unquote talk to. You know, game was to be sold, not told, quote unquote. And so I find myself really listening to them to see that they have not even half of the rules. They don't even know half of the 101 rules. They have no rules. They just had a female that liked them, that stood with them long as she liked them. And then when it was time to have the real skill to know what to do, they didn't have a clue.
Right, not a clue. And like you said, it's a whole bunch of I like you money being passed around. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, and then, but you know what, gangster, man? Here's the thing, though, you know what I mean? And here's what's really compounds a lot of the other shit is, man, it's some niggas I know that's out there that's getting motherfucking millions. You know what I'm saying? Got broads, man, getting millions. These niggas got new motherfucking Wraith Road races. These young niggas, the every motherfucking thing and everything, man, and not one motherfucking ounce of game. You understand what I'm saying? They just get a lot of money and shit. So now how you tell a motherfucker, man, hey, man, that ain't how it go. And this nigga get, you know what I'm saying, even though he's doing everything wrong and it's turning out right, which me and you both know eventually that fades away. You know what I'm saying? That shit's gonna blow away just like, you know, I mean, that shit's gonna go out just like a motherfucking candle in the wind. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, while a motherfucker's in it, these niggas getting, you know what I'm saying? How the fuck you tell a motherfucker that, hey, man, that ain't how it go? What you mean? Nigga, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Look at you. Yeah, what that got to do? I see you shining, you got money and everything. But what does that have to do with moral and character? You understand what I'm saying? Right. And like you said, where did you get your game from? You know what I'm saying? Who was your mentor? Who was your gangster? You know. Y'all had motherfucking, you know, mentors and people, everybody that we know in this game that's been successful, that's ever been successful, had somebody older, you understand what I'm saying, that took them under their wing and taught them and guided them. You understand what I'm saying? You know, everybody. Every motherfucking body. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, you know, like you said, in that question you posed, gangster, it is like, you know, well, man, who was your mentor? You understand what I'm saying? Who laced your motherfucking boots? You know what I'm saying? Where did you get it from? You know what I mean? And like you said, the answer, you know what I mean, is, you know, just like you eloquently put it, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers get a little bit, then they run. You understand what I'm saying? Then they get the broad and they fall in love and shit, you know what I mean? And all of that, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, when you look up, then they want to fight, beat the bitch up, you know what I'm saying? I don't have broads tell me, say the first day they get with a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfucker smash them, you know what I mean? Because that's their understanding. That's what they think, you know what I'm saying? That's how they think it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? Hey, man, violence, when a motherfucker resorts to violence, you don't have no more game left. You completely run out of things to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's, you know, that's how I look at that. But
that's real. You said everything correctly. No, I agree.
But then again, gangster, like you know, before they brought you on, I was telling Composure and I was telling P that I look at it like, you know, 90%, maybe 95% of the game is fucked up. But you got some people that still, motherfucker, living by the rules, doing it the way it's supposed to be. They folks in them, you know what I'm saying, listen, they got young bras with old souls and shit like that. And a lot of that sucker shit does not affect them because they ain't with it or around it. You understand what I'm saying? There is a way to get around this shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? You got to be real though. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get around it.
Let me say this, you're 1,000% correct again. Now my understudies, like you say, they're young soul with old school game. We call it young game with old school game. And the thing about that I learned is that those who listen, those who follow the rules is doing well. Now, comment on them brothers of yours who you spoke about who's doing real well with 2 of everything, 3 everything. But see, the thing about it, when they get caught up, see, it's so bad now. When they get caught up, it's all bad. You know, when things break bad and they don't know what they're doing and they're doing what they do behind closed doors, it's all bad. You know, and I was just speaking on my partner out of the Bay Area, that homeboy of mine that got 174 years. And they called me about it, but they were saying, Brian, you act like you're not concerned. It's not that I'm not concerned. I know that brother. He was in Oakland. We kicked it. He did his own thing. He moved on and did it his way. His way got him 174 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel me? And then I'm learning that, you know, brothers think they can do it the way they want to do it. That's fine. Now, if a brother can teach himself and learn all the rules of the game by himself and don't need no mentor, he's a bad brother. If he make it, he's a bad brother. But if he don't, Lord have mercy, see? And I'm looking at that too. So I'm just saying, I have to do me, worry about me. I'm still here. Follow the rules that I was taught. They work. They still work. I learned it. I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for those that don't have nobody they can call, those that don't have nobody they can share with. You know, that's why I try to make the DVDs. It wasn't that I was snitching by making them. I was trying to share game by going through the OGs who I asked the question to. All they had to do was just listen. I asked the question. He answered the question. That's your green light, my young brother. Don't look at his style. Don't look at his hair. Don't look at his clothes. Listen to what I say now. Those that listen, very, very successful. Those that didn't is either in the penitentiary or fighting the case on their way to the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then I got this other problem.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say this, and I want you to answer this for me. Then I got this other problem. Did we set the pace for those that think that the Lady of Leisure is the dog, low-down, stinky, funky, no-good female, and the square broad is the gold mine? Help me. Answer that. Why do they think the Lady of Leisure, who's going to get the money, take a penitentiary chance, and put their life on the line to suck it to a brother's pocket, have to be the low-down, dirty, scandalous? Because far as I'm concerned, ain't no female, prayer book like that there. Some of them are, some of them ain't, but, they got their dirty, stinky ways. But why they put the square girl now, in this era, more than the Lady of Leisure? Answer that. Please have me, talk to me. I'm listening. I'm learning.
Like I say, man, you know what I mean? I just love this, like I got, kind of like butterflies now, because everything you say is everything I feel. So that's a hell of a thing to feel like that, because my thing, if Pia tell you, that's my thing all the time. I tell these young cats, hey man, check this out. That hoe is not your pet, okay? That bitch is not an animal. You understand what I'm saying? The bitch is not a motherfucking punching bag, you know what I'm saying, to be treated less than human. You know what I mean? And I tell them motherfuckers, say, how in the fuck can you treat a bitch like this, and they go out and suck dicks and get fucked and do whatever the fuck they do, and come home and give you all the money and trust you with their life, and y'all walk around leading the bitches around on the ground and get your foot on the hole and everything else, man. What the fuck? I'll never understand that. Like I said earlier when you came on, before you came on, you know what I mean? I was telling P and them, man, back in the day, the nigga who had the baddest, happiest, prettiest, you know what I'm saying, shiningest bitches was the one that was gonna catch some more bitches. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, and there wasn't all those going to those niggas that was sending them to work with black eyes and all of that shit. They was healing them black eyes and getting the fuck away from motherfuckers. But, like I said, not only the squares, these niggas is beating the hoes up, taking their motherfucking money, and going and spending it on motherfucking squares and shit. You know what I'm saying? Having babies with it, doing all kind of all that brand shit.
Wow. You just got the man on the head right there, Scooter. And talk of it, Brian, it's Mr. P, man. I'm going to ask you a question for you, bro. And the reality is, outside of some of them just being flat out psychotic, the reality is most of them are straight up squares. And that's why they think the way that they think. And that's why they don't really like and pimps fuck they hoes. Man, I seen that shit, nigga. That floored me. And by the way, Joe, I got folks on here too.
Oh, you got the original folks. Hey, how you doing, folks? It's Composure.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
Oh, man.
I would just like to say, I know how you gentlemen except for Gangsta Brown, and I would just like to introduce myself properly. I'm the original motherfucking Whitefolks, and I know who you are, and I hope, like myself, you don't need no introduction. But anyway, how you doing, bro?
My pleasure, brother. Thank you for taking the 2 seconds to introduce, and I appreciate it because I heard a lot about you for many years. I know the difference of the fake one and the real one, and it's my pleasure. I can't believe we never crossed paths together much as places that we've been in this game, but today is a good day for me because now I have a pleasure.
Yeah, it happens, man. I have been in the same town, with guys that I come across 20 years later, and we know all the same people. We went to all the same spots, always worked the same tracks, and have had some of the same homes, and still didn't know each other. And we're in the same town. I mean, it happens.
Okay, man. All right. So,
You ever had that happen to you?
Yeah, I'm just right now to even think that y'all didn't even know each other. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? You know, and both of y'all in entertainment, you know what I'm saying, things now and promoting and doing everything else.
Yeah.
But not only that, you know what I'm saying? Not only that, legendary old school players. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you were, however you want to put it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all ain't never, I mean, I just knew y'all knew each other, but you know, they said the same thing when I met Shantae, right? You know what I'm saying? And everybody just thought that we knew each other because, like folks say, we don't pass by each other and been at the same red light and every motherfucking thing, but just never was formally, you know what I'm saying, introduced. But yeah, man, how you feel, folks? You all right, baby?
That is to be expected, man. You know, every now and then I overdo myself, man. You know, kind of like something I used to laugh at crazy people. You know, I got a brother that's off on the left side, and that's where I got my knowledge from. Every now and then, motherfucker say, man, I ain't taking these motherfucking pills. This shit's for crazy people. I ain't crazy. Fuck this shit. I ain't not taking this shit. And, and then he ended up in the back of one of the wagons on his way to the emergency. But, I do a version of that now. You know, I'm like, I ain't that fucked up. I can do this little shit here. And then, I end up 2 or 3 days paying for that shit. I'd be like, oh, damn, I shouldn't have done that.
Right. Motherfucker know his limitations, folks. Motherfucker got to know his limitations. But
well, shit, I mean, it's hard to know with the situation I'm in. Guys, I know you don't know, and, the rest of these guys probably know. But some shit happened to me, man, that I've never heard of in my entire life. And I'm 68 years old, and I've been a lot of places and did a lot of things. I never heard of this shit. My colon fused together with my bladder. And at the spot that it fused together, it became a hole, and I started getting fecal material leaking from my colon into my bladder, which in turn poisoned my entire system. I had sepsis. I don't know if you know what sepsis is, but anyway, it's the poisoning of your system. I had extreme sepsis, and the doctor told me, he said, look, man, we're not going to play with you about this. We need whatever it is that you got in you that you use to try to make things better. You need to get to using it because you are on the fence. So we got about 48 hours to get the viral load out of your body, and that's going to determine which side of the fence you fall on. That's the way, man. Holy, man. I said, you're talking gibberish here. I said, do you mean that I got, in 48 hours, I'm either going to live or die? He said, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. I said, well, let's stop talking and you need to get to doing whatever the fuck it is you do. Telling me to do what I do. You need to get to doing what you do.
Yeah.
So, they had to do something about the viral load that I was carrying, which was, extreme sepsis. My whole system was poisoned before they could even deal with the rest of the shit. So obviously I didn't fall on the wrong side of the fence.
Man, listen, man, ain't nothing gonna fuck with you, nigga. I've been knowing you since I was a motherfucking kid. Damn near we was kids almost together. Nigga, I know you don't walk around. You're the only nigga I know that walked around with a motherfucking bullet in your chest because you was scared to go to the motherfucking hospital because you didn't know if the people that was in the shootout that you was in had a bullet in them and somebody got killed. Motherfucker, you remember that shit?
Yeah, I got two in my head too from the same incident. I got two in my head. The one that went in my chest, he went under my arm because the motherfucker was on the ground shooting up at me, right? So the bullet went up under my arm, hit my collarbone, went down through the top of my lung, out the bottom of my lung, and into my liver.
Damn.
And then, I still was walking around about 10 days later. One lung collapsed, because it had a hole in the top and the bottom of it. If I walked the block, I took a lunch break 2 times.
Hey, folks, what you
just one end of the block to the other.
Folks, if you was telling your man, hey, man, fuck this shit, I'm worried about catching a case and shit going down to the hospital, motherfucker said, nigga, you should be worried about dying.
You can do the case, you can't do the bed.
Right.
I did some things.
They on here, folks, man, they talking about, you know what I'm saying, the topic of the conversation basically is, you know what I'm saying, and I already know, me and you already know, talk about composure is posing the question of why is the shit so fucked up out here now, and why is so many motherfuckers leaking and fucked up out here in this motherfucking life and in the streets, man. And they got
all this shit, that's a question that, I guess, and I hate to say this, but I don't think I have an answer to it. I got a couple possible solutions. I have a couple possible solutions.
Hey man, check how motherfucking minds think alike. Now, I don't mean to cut you off, folks, but when Gangsta was asked the same question, right? He gave the same exact damn near answer that you ever know. It's the truth. What that means is that it's the truth. That's what the fuck that means.
Because there's so many of these motherfuckers out here, just doing, and I heard that part of your conversation a while ago. He's doing the wrong thing, and now a lot of them, they got half the game. And they believe, and understand that they need to ask somebody that know what they're doing, because you can't teach yourself how to do something that you don't know how to do.
Right.
That's a physical and mental impossibility. If you don't know how to do it, you can't teach yourself how to do it.
Right.
And if you do teach yourself, you may have something that works, but it ain't work wrong. But back to what I was saying, you got motherfucker that is self-taught. He taught himself. He gave, he just doing the shit the way he thinks it goes. So now another motherfucker come under him and say, man, I want to get in this game, man, and I need somebody to give me some advice, man. So he gets some advice from a motherfucker that he thinks is actually doing the shit the way it's supposed to be done, because, like Scooter said, he got 2 of everything and 3 of some things. So the guy that's asking him, he knows this motherfucker knows what he's doing. He asked him. So now, every motherfucker is doing everything wrong, but it's working temporarily. So he believes that's game, and then he teaches it to somebody else as the gospel. And that's how this passed on.
Folks, let me say this before I forget. It's important. I just want to say this, something that I experienced. I'm going to get off the subject for a second because it's important to me. But one thing I learned for me doing the radio shows for the last some years now, the only thing I kind of regret is not introducing myself or meeting or being cocky as I was back then or doing kind of cool back then. I noticed that a lot of brothers that I could have had met and saw and heard about and known about that was on the same block, but I was so cocky, think I was doing so good, I didn't really want to meet nobody. You know, I had that understanding, well, I want to meet another pimp or have another pimp friend.
I know that one. I mean, to be honest, we all know that. You know, somebody say, hey, man, you know so-and-so, man, they was over there, man, you want to meet? I don't need to meet him. Motherfucker need to meet me. I need to meet him for. See, they be trying to meet me.
Yeah, that's what
I mean,
like I was saying earlier, though, you know, with you know, when the game was glamorous and shit was good, it wasn't even about that. Because if a nigga showed up in your town and he was a real motherfucker, you damn near knew he was coming, or somebody knew he was coming, and that nigga was gonna come in, man, like a gentleman, set his hoes down. They were gonna act like ladies, and when you went to his town, you were expected to do the same motherfucking thing. You understand what I'm saying? This nigga gonna take you around everywhere you need to go, man, get you everything you need, lace a nigga, cause he know that they have to come to your town. You know what I'm saying? To get the same love. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no, you know what I mean? It wasn't no motherfucker setting motherfuckers. So motherfucker go to the after hours joint, man, you got everybody in the after hours joint. You got the stick up man, you got the hit man, you got the gamblers, you got the drug dealers, you got every motherfucker body pimps and hoes, you got everybody together mingling, and ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying, being predatory towards each other or fuck around and plot. Everybody having a good time. You understand what I'm saying? And motherfuckers leave out, go outside, they go back to work, do what they do. You know what I mean? But now it's a thing to where, man, I mean, you know, it's when you look at it, man, and you know, I don't, you know, like I say, it doesn't really affect me, you know, but it bothers me to see the life, you know what I mean, and I know how it goes to the way it has gone. You know what I mean? And you know, because they ain't got a clue, man. You know, these motherfuckers ain't got a clue, man. A lot of them, you know. Some of them.
Yeah, there was a time that you know, there was a time when we were the biggest gang in this country. I mean, I'm using the word gang not in the sense that they do now in the streets. We wasn't there robbing and killing and shooting our motherfuckers, and there was very few motherfuckers that even owned a pistol because it wasn't necessary. You know, because, you know, all the shooting we did came out of our mouths.
Right.
But it was a network all over the whole motherfucking country. All you go to any time, just like you said, and say, and ask somebody, hey, man, we really play everything out. Because every lame, fucker, even white person in the town know where to play everything out at. Hey, now what it is, oh, you need to go down such and such street to the this bar, that bar, and yeah, you'll find them. Yeah, they'll be right over there. You'll start seeing the hoes on your way there.
They down there where them girls at.
Yeah. Yeah, but and that's all you had to do was get there. And introduce yourself. Like you said, you know, somebody will tell you everything you need to know. You know, you extract, and you don't work at this time of day, and, you know, this is bad for daytime, you want to do daytime, you go here, do nighttime, go here. Here's my lawyer's card. If you have a problem, call him and tell him I told you to call.
Man, I know, man, but you know, like, the psychology, man, I was talking to another buddy of mine, Gangsta knows him, real good nigga out of the Bay, a partner of mine, Tone Mac. Me and Tone Mac talking, and he telling me about this young cat that he done went out to this nigga's house out in Lake Las Vegas, man. He say, Scooter, man, the nigga ain't been out the penitentiary but a year and a half, right? He said, man, the nigga got Rolls Royce, Range Rovers, Mercedes,
all kind of shit, bars running everywhere, niggas running around with braids and everything, ready to get it out the house. He tell the young nigga, it's another little, the young cat is out there, he tell him, hey man, you know them motherfucking folks is gonna come to see you, don't you, man, and get your ass right. And he said the young nigga told him, yeah, man, I know they gonna come, but shit, I'm just gonna roll till they get here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck they care about? You know what I mean? Yeah, I was like, Tone say, man, screw that, I ain't know what to say after that. After the nigga told me that, there wasn't nothing else I could say, man. You know, I said, ain't nothing else to say. Niggas say he know they coming to get him. But until then, he just like the goddamn fool. I said, well, damn, you know, what about, you know, not see.
Yeah, that's somebody that didn't have in the game to start with.
Right, because and the way a motherfucker was taught is that, motherfucker, it's a certain thing called getting away, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying?
When you get your game for the old school dudes, you know, like we did, because I'm sure everybody in this call here did because we're still alive and we ain't in the penitentiary.
Right.
That's one clue that told me we all got game from old school days. One of the first things they tell you this, man. Everybody can't be a pimp, but whatever it is you do, you need to know what the hell it is you're doing, how much time it takes, and whether or not you can handle that. You don't want to go nowhere with no pistol. You know why? Because you can get any number of years up to life for armed. So that ain't what you want to do. You know, if you find that you can't do this, or some circumstances in your last whole life, you need to do something, you need to figure out something to do that if it don't go right, you can stand to do the time, and you live to fight another day. That was a big part of what they told you to begin with. I'm pretty back off a couple things you and Scooter just said. The last few things I wanted to share. One, as it relates to the rules, I think one of the big fundamental downfalls right now is you got so many of them that don't see the value in it. They don't understand that the rules are not there to stop you from doing anything or inhibit you from success. It's there to give you some longevity, to keep your ass out of those type of jams so you're not sitting behind the wall, but you're not falling into all these problems. They don't understand that's a fundamental flaw that they just have lost. It never registered. They think that the rules is something that's going against them as opposed to help them. So that's a big problem. That's the first thing, and I'm sure we all hear it all the time. I don't want to hear all that shit. That's the second thing I'm going to talk about. You motherfuckers think you know we got to do it. Y'all know shit. That's right, baby. Because a lot of these cats keep saying this own thing like they insulting you. That's not where they trying to get to at some point in time. Not only should they be trying to get to home, but they should be trying to do what we did properly. Whether we're still doing it or not. You are trying to do some shit that I already did, that I did when your grandmother was in high school. Right. Might have heard your grandma. Yeah. I did this shit in the 60s.
Right. But here's the thing, though. Here's the motherfucking thing. And I touched on it earlier, right? Is that from the 60s, folks, you knew my granddaddy, you knew my uncles, you knew my whole family, folks. You knew everybody, little Mike, everybody. From the motherfucking, I got a picture right now sitting in here with my granddaddy and them in the 40s with Leo Hampton, Perk, Malcolm X brother, all of them, nigga. They got a table full of white women in the 40s, okay? But what I'm saying, my point is that the game was passed on from generation to generation to generation to generation. Didn't nothing change, and didn't nobody try to change it.
Until now.
Well, until now, but then, like, you know, Gangsta said earlier, you know what I'm saying? Those that listened
Yeah, they survived, and will continue to survive.
Exactly.
They think that we just some old motherfuckers standing around in our armor, with chinks in our armor and our swords broken and just talking some shit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about it, folks. See, you got a difference between somebody who has some common sense that can be successful with damn food. Now, food will tell you they're going to change the game. Every time you hear that somebody might say their food, okay? But somebody, I heard it too. Yeah, but somebody successful understand I don't have to change anything. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I just got to exactly what I'm doing right now. That motherfucker might get real good one time.
Right.
Well,
get knocked and shit. Ain't nobody gonna knock me and all that old crazy.
I heard motherfuckers say, man, I've been tending for 7 years, and I ain't never been without a hole, and I ain't never been without a hole. If you think that, then sooner or later you're gonna be homeless. Yeah. That's a rare occasion that a motherfucker go through an entire lifetime and don't be homeless.
Right. And even what's even more rare than that I ain't never, is a motherfucker that go from wire to wire and ain't never been knocked before. I ain't it may be somebody, I'm not saying it ain't, but I don't know,
Well, they probably don't have many holes and they're wide, probably very short. My point earlier is say, they want to reinvent the wheel and you don't have to. Maybe you may have to adapt it to, whatever the current time is. Maybe the wheel was written at one time, now you need to put some tires on it. Maybe later on they make them off every turn to some rims, but it's still a wheel. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to change it. All you got to do is figure out how to adapt it to what's going on at that particular time. But they think, oh man, fuck a wheel, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be, flying. Nah, man, it don't work that way. It's there for you. It's not there to hurt you. It's not there to inhibit you. It's there to keep your ass at a certain level so you can keep on going to the next level. Yeah, I noticed that, man, that most of them that I talk to about it, which at this point, and it's sad to say this, and I hate to say it, but, in keeping with my tagline, I'm going to give you the butt-nutty truth. I have just about stopped trying to talk to them. But I hear that same shit all the time, like, man, this is space age, man. We done space age coming. And I said, well, let me just say this about genuine game. Do you think there's game to tell on yourself, to like go down to the police station and tell them what it is you do, or call down there and say, hey man, this is me, Mac-Man Supreme, and I'm a pimp and I got about 7, 8 hoes, and this is where I live. Yeah, man, I said, well, why do all you motherfuckers get on Facebook and say I am a pimp? And see these bitches right here? All 5 of these is my homes. I've been doing this 7 years. So now, pimping is a 20-year felony in every state. So you just confess.
Everywhere in the world, folks. I want to
you just confess.
Pimping ain't legal nowhere.
Yeah, you just confess to commit a 20-year felony times 5 times 7 years. I'm pretty good at math, but I can't figure all that out right now. But you just confessed on your own with pictures to prove. If you show pictures of all of the possible witnesses who could testify against you, you just confessed to several thousand years worth of cases. I don't get that, man. You say, you're on Facebook. Nigga, I'm retired. I'm retired, and you wrote a book about this shit. I wrote a book. I said, if you look back at the book, if you got one, which you should have, you look back at it, I talked about a motherfucking thing that happened this, any newer than 20
Right.
I'm past the statute of limitations, and I'm retired. I said, if I was active right now, you wouldn't know I exist unless I saved your ass. You'd know I exist there, but other than that, I would not be on the, listen to these words, World Wide Web. That's what the WWW is for. Because every motherfucker in the world can see or hear what you put up there. And you put up there that you commit 20-year families daily.
Right.
And 7 different people. So you just hold on yourself. Only thing left to you now is just go down there and talk your shiny new whatever the hell it is you got down there in the police and lot and walk on over to the station and say, well,
Yeah, that's real.
and you need anything else, go to Facebook.
Right, yeah. And you know, like I said, man, you know, you know, like you have the DVDs like Gangsters and different DVDs that was put out that I think was more so for information. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to show the guys in like the book that you know what I'm saying? And then you got people that put shit out, you know what I'm saying, man, that's just, you know, that's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
like I was telling them, man, I was telling the guys earlier, I said, you know, as far as even using the word pimp now, you know what I mean? Hey, man, is a bad connotation around people. They look at a motherfucker like he's a pedophile or a, you know what I'm saying?
Well, even worse than that now, they changed the name on us now. You know, it's not that now. And, human trafficking. Yeah, So, now, when they even took out the word pimp and put that, human trafficking on you. So that makes you sound like that you were a motherfucker that's selling 10-year-old girls to Saudi Arabians with a fucking harem.
Yep.
Human trafficking. You know, like you selling little girls on the worldwide darknet or some shit.
Right. Well, see, here's the thing, though. The first law that passed was called sex trafficking, and it was strictly minors. You know what I'm saying? Then they had these niggas with these motherfucking adults. You know what I'm saying? That was abusing these grown-ass ladies over 18. Bitches cutting off bitches' fingers and taking bitches in the desert and setting them on fire. These is grown-ass motherfucking ladies and shit. So, you know, the lawmakers and them said, well, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? We need to motherfucking make this law a little broader to where it covers, you know what I'm saying, all of this shit now. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you know, it's so fucked up. And I was talking to Gorgeous Dre, and he was saying, man, it's so fucked up now, man, that if a motherfucker's woman tell him, hey, look, I'm getting ready to go on this date over here, and I'm getting ready to go on this date and get some money, whatever, and come back. Hey, man, that motherfucker can be charged with human trafficking just for her telling you that. Okay? Don't get no motherfucking room in your name, or get a bitch no ride, or, you know what I'm saying, let us drive your nothing dump, man, you know what I'm saying, because that's a slam dunk, you know what I mean, so it's really fucked up, you know what I mean.
Well, let me say this. That's true. But let me add this in. It's very important. Because I'm the master of that section up there saying about that human trafficking law.
Right.
It came into a real place. Everything you said is 100. But really what happened, it came into play for the starving player. The players that's starving that would take a female to go get some money from one destination to another destination. But now you got to have your girl got to be tight. Your girl got to be your girl. You can't be taking no chance traveling across country with no girl that right now y'all getting to know each other and you programming and screening her and you traveling and get pulled over and you ain't got her tight. Your ass is out of here. Right away, on the side of the highway.
I tell all brothers, I tell all my understanders, I say, listen to me, man. Do not get on the freeway or plane and she ain't tight. If she ain't right, she ain't ready to go and you can't go. I'm sorry. I know you leaking. I know you're hungry. You better borrow some money or do whatever you need to do. Call me, call whoever, whatever you need to do. Don't do that. Do not get on the highway with a girl that ain't yours. Right. I just wanted to say that. I love saying that because those that don't listen, they call me. I say, nothing I can do for you now, brother. I told you. I warned you. I begged you. Do not get on the freeway with a girl that ain't yours. Yet. Right.
But this is the thing that the older players used to say, you know, back when I was young, man, they say, man, you don't bring no loose hoe around no motherfucking way until she tight. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah,
but you probably ain't going home with her.
Going home with her, man, because if she ain't tight, nigga, you come out there, nigga, you gotta understand that you bring a motherfucking hoe out that ain't loose. You got them professional tricks at the bitch, you got them other hoes, and the niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's spinning this bitch like a spinning top. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if she ain't ready, you know, it's a problem.
Usually the first lesson you get as a young guy right around on the punch trying to get some game is they knock you for your rich. That's usually the first lesson. Yeah. Now there's one young player, I can't say his name because he's active. He's out of Sacramento by way of San Francisco. This brother here blesses me so much because he caught a female, in fact, and I think he was flying to either Washington, D.C. or New York, but he didn't want to leave her in the Bay Area. So he called me, and I told him what to do, and I told him what to do and what not to do. And this brother, to this day, this happened 2 years ago. 2 years ago, he flew the female with him, and I said, whatever you do until you get to your destination, play the square role, play the girlfriend-boyfriend role, do not pimp at that female right now until you get to your destination right now, because I know you have to move with her, but right now she don't know who you are or what you are. She just think you're the brother, and y'all going shopping and going dancing and have some fun. You're taking her to dinner long distance, no problem. Check this out. This young brother, I swear to God, this young brother got on the airplane with this girl, got off the plane, got to rent a car, went to go break two of his females first, pick up some of his money that they didn't have for a while, and you know, you leave the money with a female too long, she starts to go crazy. And so, this brother, thinking his doing. Yeah, exactly. This brother went to the hotel room, knocked on the door, his lady Legion opened the door, he went in, and the vice was there, task force was there. So, put him in the handcuffs, told the girl, to the friend, this is our lucky day. Watch this here. One of the officers went downstairs, found the rental car with the brand new grill in the car. So now they say, oh boy, we got a good day today. Check this out, real talk. So they took the female out the car, brought my homeboy back downstairs, put the other two girls of his in the car, and now they started quizzing the other girl. What are you here for? We're going to dinner. What are you finna do? We going to lunch. What do you say? Did he say anything about you making any money? So this female, by him, first brother ever met in a long time that listened, never ever picked at this female. Can you imagine getting on a flight in the car to the rental car, coming back, doing all this traveling with a female, and you ain't saying one word of Pimpin? He never said one word of Pimpin. So when the officers was quizzing the girl, they slapped her. Good line. Tell us the truth. But she was telling the truth. He never pimped at her. Took him to jail. We bailed him out. Not for the pimping, because she never been. She never said nothing. She never spoke on nothing. She didn't know nothing. And that brother to this day, thank me to this day, blessed me with blessings all the time, because he couldn't believe that something like that would happen. But it's just to show him, if he had a pimp on it before he got to where he was going, he would have had a super headache today. He'd be having it on the cell, too. But now, it was something that came to me while you was talking. While I was somebody was talking. And about the, I'm going back, I digress. I'm going back to these young guys. And, they somehow think that we are the enemy, that we are trying to do something to them, or tell them we're mad because we done got older, and we're mad at them because they're young, so we're going to give them some bad advice or something. I don't get it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I get that feeling sometimes.
Yeah, no. You are correct. No, you are correct. So let me tell you what I saw. 5, 6, 7 years ago, when that another age bracket came into play, I remember this. I seen it with my own eyes. I remember when the new guys came to the streets, and they was trying to learn the pimp game, and they came up to us OGs, and the OGs, you know how we talk with our hands, talk with our arms, we move around, we get all in your face, and holler this pimp and move. They took it offensive. I'm one of the only brothers so far that haven't been beat up by the youngsters thinking that I'm disrespecting him, talking crazy to him, talking loud to him, putting my finger in his face, and I had to explain to somebody, no, that's how a player talk. He's not roaring up at you, he's just speaking, kicking his pivot with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, man, that nigga disrespecting me. He don't come up to me. He don't know me like that. I don't know that nigga. That nigga scared me, so I knocked him out.
Wow, what the fuck? Wow.
And I would say this too, because the one time that earlier I was talking about, going to different towns and having a certain, level of respect, how you conduct yourself and reciprocating when you go to their town, but there was a time when cats come into town and now they do Wild West, especially here, they come here, man, they just doing all kind of craziness, and think it's okay to do that. But it was a time you come in town fucking up, then next thing you know, you've been bombarded by leg breakers, shooters, and some more shit because you already been identified as a motherfucker that's not one of us. And you come in fucking everybody's money up. You know what I mean?
Right.
So much has changed though, So, I said this,
because people fucked a lot of shit up though, but I was just, when you were speaking, P, and you were saying that, I just had Town in my mind, right? Because when a nigga would come to D.C., right, all you would have to do would be to go to one motherfucking bar downtown called Peggy's, okay? And when you go in Peggy's, Sir Captain, Johnny Dollar, all the major Max Jazzy, every motherfucking major player, if he ain't in there, he gonna be coming through there. You feel me? In our town, folks, and in Gangsta's town, you know what I'm saying? They had all kind of spots and after-hour joints at every place that a player could go, you know what I'm saying, to where even if you wanted to find out what was going down or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, motherfuckers would come through there, man, and a nigga knew he was a good motherfucker and a real motherfucker. A nigga might come through and be Leakin'. You understand what I'm saying? And get put on. You know what I mean? Because, he don't show up, man. I'm fucked up, man. Motherfucker gonna look out for you, man. Motherfucker gonna get you a spot to lay, make sure you clean, put some money in your pocket, whatever, man, so you can go do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what happened to me in New York. I went to New York. I was in New York 2 days, and my last bitch left. I'm like, oh, goddamn, I don't know nobody here. The fuck am I doing now? So I'm on the track that night. I didn't want to leave the track because the little gas I had in my car, I didn't want to burn it up riding around the track, so I was walking. And Johnny Jr. pulled up on me.
Right.
I don't know if any of y'all know him.
Johnny Jr. out of Boston, yeah.
Yeah. So Johnny Jr. pulled up on me and said, hey, folks. He said, get in, man. So I got in the car with him and he said, I'm Johnny Jr., man. I don't really know you. He said, I know of you, but I don't know you. But I heard you last over and I forgot you. And so first thing I want to do is say, here, put this in your pocket. He said, now, where you staying at? And I told him where I was at. I was over in that you ain't got a hoe, come by my room by daybreak. And, you know, I'm gonna look out for you. He said, now I'm gonna be honest with you. He said, I've been smoking that shit. So if you wait too much past, when I check that line, it's gonna be up in smoke.
Hey, man, and Johnny had about 10 or 15 little bars, too, at the time, always.
Yeah, he said, but he said, hey, you catch me when I first get that money, and I'm gonna look out for you. He was being honest, you know?
Right.
And, you know, but I mean, I just had to say that in response to what was being said about these motherfuckers look out for you. I ain't know this man. You know, I guess evidently some motherfuckers have been talking about me, and the bitch run off and left me, so he rolled up on me and said, yeah, man. And this way you can find me and get you some money every day. And, you know, and then to show you how shit goes, that was like in the middle of the summer. By Christmas of that year, we was all sitting up in Johnny's room. There was about 5 or 6 of us. And by then, I had bought a couple of cars. You know, I had a Lincoln and Cadillac. And Johnny's bitches got in some kind of beef with some Puerto Ricans, and they just tore his car. They come all out the fucking woodwork with axes and chop the motherfucking car and all kind of shit. Anyway, I said, Johnny, here, man, got something for you. He said, what you got? I said, here. Here's the keys to that Lincoln down there. Here's the title. I'm going to find the bottom of it, and you do whatever you need to do. I'm going to be back in a couple of days for them plates, because I don't know what kind of bullshit y'all doing, but whatever it is, I don't need it done with my plates. But, yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that, you know, that's how real game goes around, you know. Man looked out for me when I needed some help. And then, you know, the shit come back around, and my car, I ain't getting my car, yeah. Here we come. Yeah, they had nothing to do with, you know, you gave me $800 and I gave you a $7,000 car, or whatever. It had nothing to do with the amount. It had to do with what you need, and I can help you do that. And all of that helps keep the game alive and keep it going like it's supposed to go.
And that's why the topic of this conversation is why this shit is dying and fucked up, and that is the main thing you just explained, because there is no camaraderie. You understand? Motherfuckers ain't sticking, you know, well, the ones out there, the youngsters and shit out there, not all of them, man. Motherfucker can't say all of the youngsters. You know,
absolutely not. I read in the sun there was 100%. I don't know where they got the game from.
But that's what Gangsta said, though. Those is the ones that listen. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's 100%, they the ones that listen, and they had a mentor or somebody, you know what I'm saying, that put them on. But see, there is no more camaraderie, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no more motherfucking places to go and hang out and be around, because motherfuckers is going to be out there and want to shoot every motherfucking thing up to try to show the girl that he's the biggest tough guy and the biggest gangster. Bitch, or I'm the leader of the gang. And sooner or later, you know, that's what happened in San Francisco and up there. You know what I'm saying, man? I used to hang out down on Geary. Man, gangster will tell you, man, we'll be downtown, man, and bars will be working, and the mayor and politicians, what's down there where the little entertainment district is down there at the end of Geary and shit, gangster?
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, what the shows is, where they go to the plays. Man, I don't see bars be working out there. I don't see the mayor and politicians and them come out of the places. They keep going, man. They ain't paying attention to that shit until the violence and all of the other shit start coming. You know, then it's time to go. You know what I mean?
And let us not pass by the elephant in the room, the young girls.
Oh shit. Yeah.
That started a whole lot of the bullshit. These motherfucking cross-country, the cities, they call themselves cross-country something. They go from town to town, busting everybody, and they started because they were chasing down whoever is
that's how the sex trafficking and all of that shit started, is because, you know, it started out as them trying to, you know, child prostitution and started to curb that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the shit kept on, you know, and the motherfuckers say shit, you know?
But so that would, all of this, you know, what we're talking about now is about the young girls. That was part of the game. That was part of your training back then, that you don't do that. And if you see one, like, man, back in the 60s, it got that far. I can remember, you know, I used to hang out with this old dude that sit in his Cadillac with him, and watch how this worked. I used to tell him, man, just let me sit in the back seat. I'd be quiet, I'd be in the corner, I won't say nothing. I just see how this works. But, you know, even other hoes, if they seen an underage girl out there, they be like, girlfriend, you need to go home.
Take your ass home.
And if you don't go home, you need to get the fuck from up here. You don't need to be here doing this. And there was a two-fold reason for that. You know, one was just a moral issue. You too young to even know if this is what the fuck you want to do. But the other issue is that you're going to heat this motherfucking track up to where we can't get no money. If the police start finding underage girls up here, they're going to come up here more often.
Well, right, and that's what I was saying, man. The bitch gonna tell the little hoe to take her ass home. She gonna call her man and tell her man he gonna come down there and check whoever the fuck it is that brought her down there. You know,
and if you can't find who it is, we'll put that bitch in the car and take her home.
And take her.
Where do you live? Where do you live?
Yeah.
Where do you live? Well, I'm taking you home. But ain't you a bitch? Yeah, that's why I'm taking you home. Because you ain't old enough to be old.
Right.
But what I will say is this. There's a lot of young cats that are trying. There's a lot of young cats who got good here in the show. They try to make the best move for themselves. They want to listen. They want to get information. So you do have that. But what I do see too right now is you got a lot of young cats who are having a hard time separating and leaving behind where it came from, especially with the gang ties. The gang bang a lot, man. Yeah, because what happens is now they got, you know, maybe the homie that they grew up with, and he might be on some extra shit, but you bringing him into this environment, that's just, it's all in there, and now you bringing a problem, you know, to the environment, because when something goes that it don't necessarily resonate well with him, he don't understand how the game goes. Now, it's like earlier, you got a fight in your hand, you got a gun that came out, a knife that came out, and now the problem. Yeah, the difference, as I see it, is, you know, we were all trying to see how big of a gentleman we could be. Being a gentleman was some slick shit. That was some slick, smooth shit. Where you could open your mouth and talk your way in or out of anything on the planet. With the police, with another guy, with whoever. 99% of the things that would have been a problem, when you finish talking, it's not a problem anymore. And that was, you know, and that was being a gentleman, and that was some smooth, slick shit. No guns came out, and hardly anybody even owned a gun.
Right.
You know, when I was a teenager,
a motherfucker's gun was his mouth. That's what he was shooting from, you know what I'm saying? Your gun was your mouth, and like, what fucked me up worse than, what fucked me up and just had my head spinning around and around, right, was to see the ugliest motherfucking nigga in town. Looked like this motherfucker had warts and shit all over his face and everything, man, and you know what I'm saying? Just my partner, West Side, man. He was one of the, you know, most unattractive motherfuckers that you could ever imagine seeing, you know. Hey, man, this motherfucker could talk so motherfucking good and had all the finest motherfucking bras and all of the and everybody, man, because it was all of that's when a nigga learned that this shit ain't got nothing to do with how you look or nothing like that. It's about what you know, man, and what you say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and I've been bet you everybody in this conversation has known at least one pimp.
Hey, one-arm pimp, nigga, I got a partner that ain't got no motherfucking arms. Nigga, they call him Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody go by Charlie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, Charlie ain't got no arms, man. And all of your partners and them be talking shit about, and he drive and shit. You know what I'm saying? He got the things where he drive. Charlie got hoes.
Oh, shit.
Charlie got hoes, man. Nigga be asking, nigga get mad. I'm saying, nigga, let me ask you a question. Nigga, how you wipe your ass? That's what
Did you know Harold Brady?
Yeah, I knew him. Yeah.
Yeah, you know Harold,
I know Curtis shot him and shit, but shit, what about one-arm Bernice? That was the #1 motherfucking booster.
Yeah, this was a booster, and that didn't have the one arm. Everything was the one arm.
God damn.
Motherfucker, she used to be sitting up there playing motherfucker. Hey, how about my best friend Hook the Crook? Yeah, Hook. Hell yeah, but like I said, man, you know, like it's the thing, but and another thing, like P was saying about, you know, where motherfuckers coming from these days, and they can't leave certain things behind. But what's really bad about that is they're coming from homes with no fathers and no.
Ain't nobody there ain't nobody there to do their coach leave or toys either. To say, hey man, come on, no, that don't work here. Don't do that, man.
That ain't what men do. Gentlemen, men don't do that. You know, they have a.
But like you said, they didn't have a man to growing up, so they had no idea what men did.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's why so many times that's a whole nother stuff, because these women trying to teach a boy how to be a man. You know, they ain't got to be women. How the fuck they gonna teach some boy how to be a man?
But see, that's why a lot of them think it's okay for them to go ahead and put all this feminine attire on, these skirts and pants and
these women, they teach them how to be the man that they want to have. What they think is the ideal man. The man who kisses a bitch's ass. You know, and all that goes with that.
they're looking for very sweet. That's what they're looking for. You see the Dr. Pepper commercial, real sweet, right?
Well, hey, let me say this, because I don't know how long it's going to last, but let me say this before it's over. I've been meaning to put this out here to several people, but then this way I can get it to several people now. I'm writing a book called The Miseducation of a Modern Day Player. I assume that most, if not all, y'all are aware of The Miseducation of the Negro.
Yeah.
By Carter G. Woodson.
Right.
Well, if you think about it, my last name is Woodson. So this is going to be The Miseducation of a Modern Day Player by the other Woodson.
Yeah.
Okay. And I would like to get something from each one of you gentlemen on paper that I can put in the book, and of course I will give full credit to where it came from. I ain't gonna try to pretend like I wrote it. I would like to get something from genuine players in this game, because if I say something, that's just me saying it, and you know, because I've heard this from a lot of young guys. Well, we've got to be right just because you said it. So I want to offer proof that what I'm saying is right, because here's 10 other genuine players from 10 other parts of this country that's all basically saying the same thing. Right. That's why it's right. Because this is how it goes. And this is how it's being fucked up. And I think that that's something really necessary. Of course, the next magic trick is going to be trying to get these motherfuckers to read it.
Yeah. While we on here, man, the gangsters, man, you know what I'm saying? We can give a shout out to a real motherfucker, that goddamn Fillmore Slim, man. I think about Fillmore. Oh, man, you know, cause man, you know what Fillmore did? I was there, Gangster. I think he was there, man, but I first come to Oakland, man. I mean, we was in San Francisco, but, I get there, you know what I'm saying? I'm jazzy than a motherfucker. I'm in the black Rolls Royce and shit and everything. And, you know, soon as I get there, I bean a nigga for his bitch, right? Nigga done told me, man, you can't have that. Oh, I'm going to tell you who it is. Kenny Red's motherfucking ass, right? Kenny Red has a little black bitch Shay, right? Kenny Red see her. He talking to my bro. They walking together, but they know each other from DC and shit. Kenny Red gonna come by, man. You know, nigga, you can't have that hoe, man. I was like, huh? I didn't even know I was having action. I didn't really think about it till he said that. Well, anyway, to make a long story short, that night, that same motherfucking night, I end up getting K Red, man. K Red hot than a motherfucker and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? He motherfucker protested, you know how K Red was. You know, in his hometown. I don't come there and shit, right? Man, and shit, man, Fillmore say, nigga, if you don't get that man all them motherfucking clothes, I'm gonna come over there and get him and give him to him. You know what I'm saying? And I never will. That's how I met Fillmore. I mean, you know, of course I knew who he was. Right. You know what I'm saying? But Fillmore's thing was, you know what I mean, man, he didn't give a fuck who you was or whatever, man, as long as you did it right. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And, you know, the motherfuckers would always go to him, and you too, gangster, to try to solve disputes and shit. You know what I'm saying? About
no
who's
doubt.
right and wrong. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
You know, they always kept it real, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like I would travel by myself. You know what I mean? So shit, a nigga coming to that motherfucking town not knowing nobody, and you deep and shit, man, motherfucker had to be a man, you know?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what time it was.
Yeah, man, I remember them niggas broke out. That's what I said, them fucking heels up there in San Francisco and shit. Man, they would break my woman's heels on her shoes every motherfucking day, man. Every brought, man, Tuesday. I remember they left to go to work one time. I'm at home getting dressed to go out. Before I can get out, they back home, stiffy, and all the niggas on both their heels, running them down the motherfucking hill. And I said, God damn, you know? So shit, yeah.
That's real. I remember all that.
Man, let me just finish my request here. I don't care whether this is a chapter, if it's a sentence, a paragraph, or whatever the hell it is. I would just like to get something on the subject matter of the miseducation of the modern day player.
All right. I'm enjoying that because
that's the whole subject matter, and that covers probably 10,000 things. So whatever part of that anybody want to get on, and like I said, you want to write a chapter. If you really get cranked up to write a couple of chapters, I don't care. I'll put it all in there. But for those who don't want to do a whole lot of writing, but got something to say, put that down. 2 sentences. 3 profound words with an exclamation point, or whatever.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like Arthur Davis, to do the right thing. That's my statement. Do the right thing, right there.
Yeah.
I'd like to get that, and I'm on.
Where you at, man?
Huh?
I was talking to the host of the show, man, and
I'm here.
We still on.
Yeah. This is man. That's the only crowd.
We just talking to each other, or we on the show?
We here, old man, but see, what happened was, you know what I'm saying? The nigga don't fuck around and got some motherfucking giants on here and shit, right? And this motherfucking shit don't blew his wig over there.
He quiet. On his show, he quiet.
He over there smiling like a motherfucker, talking about what the fuck I don't do, man. You know what I'm saying? I know what he's doing, man, over there, you know?
Hey, I was always taught, man, when it's older gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, speaking, man, just, man, shut my mouth, man, and Hey, it's all love and respect, though.
Okay, can I get a commitment from anybody? To write me something?
I mean, we'll correspond further. You know what I'm saying? And I know what the topic is and the title is. So, shit, I mean, that's easy. That's what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to let you know that I had been thought about doing this book for the last few years. What convinced me when I finally said, okay, that's it, I'm doing it. And that still was a few years ago, and I'm just now getting around to it because now I got a serious medical problem that forces me to sit still. I'll be back to myself, and but it's gonna take like 6 months to a year. So that's the perfect time for me to sit down and put all this together. But anyway,
Gangsta Brown was saying something. Gangsta, I couldn't get I couldn't pick up what you were saying. You said something that you endorsed that book in particular.
Yeah. I was going to say I endorse it because what he said was the magic word. See, when I did a collage, suppose you know about it, with all the players, all the pictures that I had, and when I did the Life and Times of Gangsta Brown 2 DVD, I put every player that I can find. And so when the people saw we, and the investors and the people in Hollywood and everything, when they flew up and shot a scissor reel of me, they was tripping off of it. They didn't believe, because the posters is a 12 by 17, had 320 players on there. And that really blowed their mind. So they had the fun with me of saying, what happened to him? What happened to him? And then they said, was these many players in the game? It was just 320 pictures that I had at the time. And I put it together, and it blowed their mind, and it was like, wow.
Thousands.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Thousands, if not hundreds of thousands.
Them was just some of your friends, Gangster. Them was just some of your friends, though. I know because I sent a picture, and shit, them was just your friends. They don't know. That was just a little bitty pinhead or what, you know what I'm saying? Really,
And so what everybody don't understand, and I'm glad that Whitefolks spoke on that situation, is beautiful that he did, because and then, see, they don't even know, there's a movie deal on the table right now as we speak. The brothers have been trying to do the films and haven't had no action, no love, is because the investors are afraid to invest with one player. They want to have 10 to 15 at one time, and they feel they can recoup their investment back. So when brother said about the book that he's doing in the paragraph, that's we. So I'm going to endorse that, because that's what the problem is. We all need to stick together, and we can eat. I understand we all feel, this is what I tell everybody in the Bay Area. I say, I understand you feel you're the best that ever did it, you're the greatest and all that, but you from 8 to 5, and let me have an hour of you from 6 to 7 all week. And I'll show you that the week I'll be one individual player. I don't care who you pick or who you get. I'm going to get 10 or 15 of those who's ready and willing. And you will see what I'm saying. And this is the problem right as we speak, because I've been trying to do it for the last year. I say, brother,
that's what I was talking about the book. That, I don't know if to just say, it ain't just like that just because you said it like that. No, how about it's like that because I got a couple dozen like that. There's a mere sample of what players are, and they're all saying the same thing. They might say it a little bit different, but it all boils down to the same common denominator.
Exactly. That's why I'm going to endorse that, because I love that, because that's the same headache I've been having right now to this day. Just to tell you, the people from Hustle and Flow came to visit me, and there's a guy that works for Steve Harvey, live up there by Magic Mountain, came to visit me, and the only action that I had, straight up action. They knew who I was, knew about all the stuff that they heard and seen in all the DVDs and all the books. They said, well, we feel better if you can put 10 to 15 of y'all together at the same time. We will put up the money with a decent deal, not no 60-40, not no 70-30, not no you, because we're paying for it. We just want to make sure that it's done
powerfully because we know one individual, that only person in the Bay that have action to do a movie deal by himself out of all the players out the Bay Area is Mr. Fillmore Slim. He's the only one that can do it by himself, and he's having a headache. But yeah, let me just say what it is. I started to say, you know, what really turned the tide for me to say, okay, goddamn it, I got to do this book now. This shit has gone too far. When those motherfuckers that couldn't accept being served in Vegas had a shootout going down Las Vegas Boulevard like it was 1847, had a Wild West shootout. One motherfucker on one side of the street, one on the other side, and they shooting like this is Tombstone territory. On the street that had the most cameras of any street in America.
When they hit the cab and it blew up?
Yeah, they had twisted metal, fire, dead bodies, oh man. And all of this in the name of heaven. I said, okay, I've got to do this book now. I just, God damn it. These motherfuckers are going to start building metal. A Wild West shootout, twisted metal, explosions.
I remember that shit.
You know what that shit was about? Like we saying, the disrespect. Nigga seen a little bitch, walked up and grabbed her ass. He's supposed to be a PI though. He's supposed to be PI. One PI got his balls, another nigga standing over there. Supposedly one nigga went and grabbed the other bitch's ass, but they was from up there, Kenny Clutch. That was the little boy Kenny Clutch. And the cab driver was a friend of mine from Detroit. I grew up with his sister and shit, the dude that was driving the cab.
Yeah, he ain't had shit to do with it. He just got caught up in the damn wreck.
Him and the lady in the cab, man, they just blew up for nothing, man.
Yeah, that's when I said, okay, I definitely got to do this book now. The miseducation, God damn it, these motherfuckers, this shit is gone absolutely bonkers. A shootout on Las Vegas Boulevard in the early morning hours on the street that's got more cameras than a goddamn Kodak showroom.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, man, come on.
But that goes to show you that motherfuckers don't think though, right? Because I think about, I've known, and folks, you and Gangsta too, I've known some of the coldest killers, professional motherfuckers in the whole world, right? And they gonna look at your ass and say, yeah, okay, nigga, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? I get you. I ain't gonna get you out here like this and get myself, but motherfucker come out of his house, nigga, I might jump off the motherfucking roof of your house like a ninja or something, but I'm gonna get you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't do no shit like that, man. That's no pre-thought, fabricate nothing. You know what I'm saying?
And that dude ended up with a life sentence. No, he ended up with a death sentence, I'm sorry. He got a death sentence.
They gon'
Ain't there a state that don't even have a death sentence?
Vegas got the death sentence.
Oh, they got death sentence. Okay, I thought they just made one for his ass.
Man. Well, white folks, I definitely would love to contribute to your book. I don't know just how much just yet, but I would definitely say first and foremost the importance of history. It's hard to try to do anything if you don't know much about your past. Especially with everything that we up against. I feel like the disintegration of society, especially amongst our people, has been a pre-orchestrated plan to get it to this point. You got a lot of females just outright just don't have a respect for any males, period. So it's been a lot of degrees of separation that has led up to where we at today in the world, and I feel like a lot of that has affected life in the game as well. So the importance of history, the importance of education, you know what I'm saying? So that
absolutely. I mean, in terms of history, what we know is the original rules of the game, although they're not on paper anywhere. I faked it. I don't know how many of y'all seen my Players Court show. Anybody seen that?
Oh yeah.
You know what? I picked up the book. I said, I got the original rules of the game right here. You know, and I had just printed the cover and wrapped it around a goddamn dictionary. But, you know, the original rules of the game are not written anywhere. And, you know, it would be a waste of time to try to write the original rules of the game because the book would be so big, just from the sheer magnitude of it, it would scare motherfuckers. Wouldn't nobody want to try even try to read it. You know, just because of the size. But,
yeah, it would be a little intimidating.
yeah, it'd be a lot intimidating. Shit. But, Gangsta Brown,
Yes, sir.
I got a deal on the table right now as well. Yeah, I don't know, I imagine they would tell me if the shit can burn up. So, it's still fine as far as I know. For Players Court. Did you see that when I had it up?
Yep. Oh, yeah. I've been following you.
Okay, I had a couple
Did you ever use the pilots? Did you ever shoot the pilots, folks? You shot the pilot, but you got the book.
well, that was the pilot. You know, I did about 5. Well, I did 12 episodes, but I put 3 of them up on YouTube. But I had some Hollywood people that came to see me and these guys were court show producers. That's all they do is court shows. They do it all the Joe Browns. They've done, you know, like 3-4 years of Mathis. They're currently doing divorce court with Lynn Tolan. So these guys are genuine court show producers. And, you know, when they go to a network and say, hey, listen, we got something you need to look at, they listen to them because this is what they do. That's what they've been doing. They've done some real successful shit. You know, they've done 6,000 episodes for Joe Brown.
Right.
So, you know, they are somebody. It ain't just, you know, like, and I'm sure, Gangsta Brown, you know better than most of us because you've done some, you know, DVDs and shit. This ain't your usual dope boys got more money than they know what to do with. They bought 3 cameras and a couple of tripods and call themselves a goddamn film company.
Exactly.
Yeah, man, we gonna get this done. Man, we ain't gonna have to get shit done. Get the fuck out of here. You don't know a damn thing about film production, and even if you've managed to accidentally produce a great film, you don't know how to get it out there. You don't know how to, you don't know how to put this on the network and run this shit globally, global distribution and all that shit.
Right, but I will say this to you in reality, okay, and this is the honest to God truth, okay? The gentleman on the phone right now, whether or not a lot of people know this, the gentleman on the phone, Gangsta Brown, is really the pioneer of the entertainment world coming to the game. You understand what I'm saying? He was the first one, and everybody knows about the Hugh Grant thing and all of that kind of shit, right? Yeah, I can tell you this, right? You know what I'm saying? That was really the first mainstream, you know what I'm saying? I remember seeing Gangsta. I remember seeing you when they first brought y'all over there to Europe and shit, right? And they had the demos and everything, and all of the people was waiting for y'all and shit over there. I mean, I was like, God damn, and I was like, damn, dude, got to be a little, because that shit, you know what I'm saying? It was such a big motherfucking deal, and motherfuckers can talk all of that shit about, you know, they millionaires and the bitch gave them this and the bitch gave them that and everything else, right? This nigga on the phone is the only nigga I seen with $1 million check. Okay? Yeah. My niggas can talk that shit. This man right here had $1 million check. Am I lying, Gangsta?
Oh, no, you tell the truth.
Yeah. So, you know, like I said, as far as all of the reality,
yeah, when I first saw it, I was, I was like, I felt some kind of way about that. I'm like, it was one for the game. For real.
Right.
It ain't some of the bullshit, man, because we all know, man. I've seen some bullshit. I mean, I couldn't even believe that somebody used the time and effort necessary to put this shit on film. Where did these motherfuckers get this shit from? What the hell is this? Man. I mean, but it all goes back to not having the proper training to begin with. And here's one of the big deals about back in the day, when you got trained by a real player. You wouldn't just go and tell no motherfucker, hey man, I want to be a pimp. They picked you, because they watched you, they seen you and said, yo motherfucker, I got some game.
Yeah, right.
Hey, come here, motherfucker. Come here, let me talk to you. What you trying to do, man? What is it you want to do? You know, even to get to that point, and these guys, they definitely wouldn't grab a hold of this. You know, when we was like 14, 15, man, we used to go down there and hang out, in our neighborhood where all the players used to go, and we'd go to the store farm and go out in the front and wash the cars and shit for them. I'd come out, man, what you doing? I didn't ask you to wash my car. I said, yeah, we didn't ask you for no money. It just looked like it needed washing, man. You know, and they say, man, yeah, little slick motherfucker, he wants something, I don't know what it is, but I have to appreciate that what he did. You know, and they would pick you and say, hey, come on, ride with me for a minute. And that's how you got game.
Right, Eddie B was the baddest one. He was one of the baddest players I ever knew. The boy Gino had 21 white girls, but Gino Maximilian, he was real cocky and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, sure.
Gino would walk in the bar and say, y'all want me to send these hoes home now so y'all can get some money? You know what I'm saying? He just talked crazy to motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I some characters, but like folks said, you know, motherfuckers had to see something in you, you understand what I'm saying, in order for you to be brought in. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like you were just going to be on the outside and come in. You know what I mean? You know, motherfucker had to, you know what I'm saying? Somebody had to vouch for you. You know what I mean? You know, motherfuckers come to the door, man, you go to the door, man, you ain't getting in. You understand, motherfucker? Who is you? What do you do? I'm a pimp. Man, get the fuck away from here.
Well, who knows you? Is anybody in here you think know you?
Right.
Yeah, let them out there go to the Democratic Club there and see what happens. Is anybody in here you think know you? So today, Doc Holliday might not let his ass out in between them two doors after coming in third door.
Hey, man, I had to beg Doc Holliday, man. Folks, you remember that shit? I had to beg Doc. Doc was like my dad. I had to beg Doc to give Bishop Don Juan and them niggas their jewelry back, right? Because them niggas was at the door of the Democrat Club, and somebody was having I think Arthur Baby or somebody was having a big party or something up in their big pimp party, and the niggas came to the door with them big old square hats and all of that shit on, right? And Doc Holliday and Frankie and them didn't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, y'all go on and get away from here. And them niggas kept on, man, we want to get in, man. We're party, man. It's Pimpin' and all of that shit, man. We want to get in. Motherfucker, man, now y'all here. Motherfucker kept on. Doc say, that's all right. Yeah, that's okay. They can come in, let them in. But now when they came in and going where the party was, they had to go upstairs. You ain't want to go upstairs with Doc.
Oh, no. Yeah, you definitely don't want to go upstairs.
You ain't want to go upstairs with Doc, man. So I'm down there and shit. I forget who it was. Blue or somebody come say, man, they got some motherfucking piss up there, man. Doc don't motherfucking rob them and shit. But what I'm trying to, my point is and shit is that, you know, a lot of styles and shit. Even back then, you know, motherfuckers didn't want people to make them hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, man? I mean, you know, motherfuckers had different, you know, had different places that they did shit at, you know what I mean? But now, you know, that Chicago is one, and the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying? The Bay and Chicago has had some of the most flamboyant players that the game has ever seen. You know what I'm saying? And all, you know, just to, you know, name a few. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Johnson and Gangsta alike. Fluky Stokes.
Yeah, Fluky, but I'm just trying to say, even Chicago niggas, man, didn't nobody, to this day, though, didn't nobody and don't nobody dress like them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They always had that style that they got, you know what I'm saying, that flamboyant. I remember the first time, man, I went to a boxing match, okay? That's when they opened Joe Louis Arena. I see this nigga, man, with a motherfucking blonde beard, blonde hair, a big diamond belt buckle on, say super pimp, green and gold, everything. I'm asking this old guy I'm with, you know, Joe Cash, who took me out. I'm like, man, who in the fuck is that? He was like, oh man, that's Bishop Don Juan, you know what I mean? So, you know, and that was the first time I had ever seen dude, you know what I mean? But you know, people thought he was in the movies or something. You know, they didn't think nothing about no Pimpin, man. They didn't take that shit serious. You know what I mean? That he, you know, but you know, I guess, you know, a lot of that shit is important.
Well, that's another thing, man. The heat that's been drawn to the game, man. It used to be that you could tell the police he was a pimp. This guy, he's just a pimp. You know, the police didn't stop the motherfucker because he got a, you know, expensive car and got on some big jewelry and shit. And, you know, police think he's a dope dealer, right? So they just automatically pissed off with dope dealers. And you could tell him, hey, man, I ain't no dope dealer, man. I'm a pimp. And he did holler back to his phone, oh, man, they're just three pimps. And so, yeah, you know, and there was an excuse. That was a way to get the police to cut you loose. You know, maybe the others would come in and want to look and see you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're going to put a gun on some serious shit there. Oh, yeah, go on. Be careful. Yeah, but yeah, they tell the police you're a pimp now. I mean, they would actually let you go if you said you was a pimp. They thought you were a dope dealer. Oh, no, man, we don't fuck about that. No, we just do it.
Hey, folks, that's just like the lawsuit. I don't know what the disposition, how the lawsuit came out that y'all had. Remember y'all was in the truck and the police pulled y'all over and some nigga said some nigga said something slick to the police like that. Well, y'all gonna try to find some real crime or some doing number Pimpin in here. So the police tried to kill one of you motherfuckers.
Okay. And we standing outside the limo, and
you don't go to the players' ball or something?
No, we went, you know, in Orlando every year they had this classic football game, two black colleges.
Right.
And they do that every year in Orlando, so it's like extra 400,000, 500,000, 600,000 motherfuckers in town. So you know you got that many niggas together all in one motherfucking place. It's some wild shit going on everywhere. So we was using that as a backdrop to shoot some Ask a Player episodes. So then we stopped at this mall, and the mall security police drive by real slow, look at us, and he left. And we still standing out there talking shit, smoking cigarettes and shit. So just all of a sudden, and we had been out there about 20, 30 minutes. About 6 motherfucking mall security cars come up. You know, so they ain't got no real red and blue lights. They got green lights on them. Anyway, here they come. 6 carloads of them motherfuckers. they at least 2 deep in each car. They all jumped down with their guns. Everybody up against this vehicle. Oh man, is everybody scared? I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers. So it was like, what the fuck is going on here? So one guy decided to be the spokesperson. We let him speak up. He's like, officer, we just came from Atlanta. We're gonna shoot some film, and we just stopped here in the mall. A couple of the guys needed to buy a few extra pieces of clothing. They already went in the mall, and we're just waiting for them to come out. They said, yeah, okay. So you shooting a video. So the police, the guy said we just came to shoot some videos. He translated that into his mind to we rappers. Right? So on his way back to the car, he said, they're just rappers, they don't shoot a video. And here's what Gangsta told me not too long ago. We got a 20-year-old bitch that got picked up along the way in the vehicle, but we wasn't going to do nothing but shoot some film. But this just goes to show the realism of what he was saying. Even though we was going to do something totally legitimate, we shooting some motherfucking film. And as the police was walking away, she said, why don't you find some motherfucking crackheads or somebody that you can catch doing something and leave real prints and players alone. Leave real prints and players. You do fucking motherfuckers get around and fuck with somebody else. When that bitch said that, I was like, oh God, I wish I had this.
Man.
So, now they pissed off. This bitch done called them door shakers, told them, and they need to go chase down some crackheads and maybe they could catch them doing something. They were real pins of players. They don't be doing nothing that you motherfuckers could see now. Oh, this bitch talking cash shit. We done picked this bitch up at a gas station in South Georgia on the way down. She scooped her up and stuffed her in the number. Oh, she might come in handy for something.
Okay. Something.
And they let us go in the mall. And when we came out the mall, they had called the county sheriff's office. Now, let me back up a minute. We had a security guard with us. So he was a legitimate security guard. He was carrying a pistol. He had on a vest. He had a license to carry in all 50 states. We also had an APD, Atlanta Police Department sergeant, with us as security. But he had already went in the mall before, the conversation and all that shit had happened. But he was with us on the way out. And when our so-called spokesman was talking to the guy and said, we got a police officer with us also, because he was talking about the security guard. And said, is he armed? Yeah, he's armed. He's a police officer. He was in the mall. This motherfucker, when we went in the mall, he called the county sheriff's office, and he said there were multiple black men in body armor with firearms in the mall. Did you know what the fuck that response looked like? Yes. Multiple black men with firearms and body armor? Them motherfuckers responded like they was going to the North Hollywood Bank of America shootout. Yeah, we walked out the door, them motherfuckers was hanging screaming, on the ground, on the ground. I was like, man, all I saw was red dots from the motherfucking lasers. I looked down at my chest, I got about 13 red dots on my chest. I was like, oh shit. On the ground, so we on the ground, they tell the cameraman, turn that goddamn camera on, put it on the ground. He felt like he was pushing the button, but he left the camera on and put it on the ground. That ended up being the big end of our evidence. Because he could hear all the shit that they were talking. And you couldn't see them, but when they finally decided that they had fucked up and let us get up, then he got up and the camera was still on and he was getting their faces and badge numbers and their license plate numbers off the cars and all of that shit. So when we went and got a lawyer, and when the lawyer first contacted them, they said there was no county sheriff at that location. They said the only county sheriff that they had was anywhere remotely close to that. They was doing a training exercise about 10 miles from there. And so the lawyer, he's a slick Jew. He called the head guy down there at the sheriff's office. I think he was the I don't know what the fuck he was. But anyway, he was the sheriff man. He said, look, he said, we got all these goddamn niggas from Atlanta saying that y'all did some shit, and evidently they just trying to figure out a way to get some money out of you guys. You said you guys wasn't even there, so I tell you what, if you could just send us over email saying none of your officers were in that location at that time, we could send these niggas packing on back where they came from. That's all. He was talking their language. They like that, yeah. Get the niggas out of here. So that dumb motherfucker sent that lawyer an email saying none of their officers were at that location at that time. Then he called them back the next day, because he had the film footage before he even told them that. But he just wanted to let them hang themselves. So he called him back. He said, hey, man. He said, listen, there's been some serious changes in what's going on here with these guys and talking this lawsuit stuff. He's like, really? What do you mean? What kind of changes? He said, these guys got film footage of your guys there at that location. With guns out and because he let the cameraman up first, right? So he had them still uncuffing people and giving the police officer his gun back and all that kind of stuff. All that was on film. They got film of all you guys there still picking them up off the ground. So I'm sorry, but I have a sworn duty to my clients, and I'm gonna have to proceed with this lawsuit because they seem to be telling the right story so far. He's like, well, look, can I get that email back? He said, oh, no, I'd be doing my clients a disservice if I did that. And that's what the fuck we're going on. And we was asking for $350,000. After we saw that footage, and there was one security guard that he had quit after that night because he didn't like the way the shit went. Well, our lawyer found him and had him come testify, and he testified that after the shit was over, after the police came, that they was back in the break room because the mall was closed by then. Told me, yeah, we gave them cones a run for them, man. They didn't tell me they called us some damn shakers. We showed them real police, right? Niggas won't come down there talking no shit to us again. And we had one of his guys testify that he was saying that. And yeah, we showed them niggas something. So we was asking for $350,000. The jury came back and said, well, we award the plaintiffs $350,000 that they requested, and in addition, we gave them $2 million in punitive damages. I damn near fell out the chair. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, they eventually fucked us out of that shit, man. We did it one part, though. Hey, Frank, this is to show you, let you know, man, that the way
world is upside down and on its ear now because we're in just a real different world now. I mean, you remember back in the time, shit, you go to a store, they might not have no kind of door security, but if they did, I mean, it was easy pretty much to identify a motherfucker. I mean, I'm in Whole Foods today, and security in that motherfucker, he got tactical gear on like he was SWAT team. I'm like, that's Whole Foods.
I was telling a young guy the other day, back in the 60s, motherfuckers used to sell dope and didn't even own a gun.
Right.
He was like, what? What the fuck you don't sell dope and ain't got no pistol? I said, because everybody was jumping. I said, now there's don't get me wrong, there's always been a stick-up man and the hit man, and every generation, but they were few and far between. And depending on how you conducted yourself, even if the stick-up man knew who you were and what you were doing, they would bypass you. No, man, you can't fuck with him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they just couldn't believe the concept that somebody could sell dope and not have a gun, and when nobody trying to take it from it.
Man, that's because they think that the gun rules everything. And like I tell the youngsters all the time, man, the only motherfucking thing the gun means is who gets to drop first, okay? Because I don't see a whole bunch of motherfuckers laying on the ground dead with their guns still in their belt buckle, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't never get a chance to pull it out. So, it's all about who gets the drop.
Yeah, I've seen a motherfucker got shot through his eye with a 22. He had a motherfucking 4.5 in his belt. A motherfucker killed him with a 22 because he had his out first.
Mm-hmm. And then, a lot of it too has to do with this short-sightedness, you know what I'm saying?
There's no game, man. They got no game.
Yeah, everybody today, they're moving off of emotions and reactions. Whereas, you didn't have to have all that shit because people that wasn't doing anything, they had
How did they pass this message on without them shooting us?
Well, my point is, though, it was an understanding that you may do something, but there could be some ramifications based off.
Oh, absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? So you might might have a gun on you right now. You may do something to a certain individual, but there may be some repercussions from that. You understand? See, today they don't even think about that. They just talking about what's happening right at this moment. They don't care about, this dude found out your whole family had to kill every goddamn body. You did something wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, man. But now, how do we get this message across for real, man? Yeah, I mean, we can write all the books and make all the films that we want, man. There's got to be some kind of massive push. I don't know. I don't know what down there.
That's a good question, and it's not no simple answer to it. Because like Scooter said earlier, you're talking about trying to convey a message to somebody to sleep because they've been had rain for the last 24 hours. That's
right. Well, let me say this: what they want. Let me tell you what they want right now. That can be done. Let me tell you what they're asking for. The youngsters want to see, if it's any available anywhere, footage of real players that somebody filmed back in the days, how they was, with a head of hair, baby face, all their teeth, young. They like to see, because they heard about us, they read about us, they hear us speak today, but they never seen no footage. Pictures is cool with 1,000 words, but it ain't quite good enough. Right. They want to see young footage. They want to reach 30 minutes, 35 minutes of it if somebody have it in their archives for some strange reason. It's a guaranteed deal right now, off the top.
Yeah, well, I don't have anything. I have very few pictures. Most of my pictures are now.
Yeah, I might be able to get my hands on some, because, like, I don't know what part you came in, but I've been working on this movie, this docu-movie for about 6 or 7 or 8 years now, right? The problem I had was the two main stars who was going to be in the movie. Folks know both of them, that had all of the stories to tell and everything, was Bongo Billy and West Side. These two motherfuckers died on me, right? Out the clear blue sky,
Well, West Side had cancer for a while, man. Just didn't tell me about it.
Well, he had it, but Bongo Billy, Bongo was the one that was in the Democrat club, Whitefolks, when the heads got cut off, and the people got their heads cut off and shit and everything, And he said, man, Bongo was so great, man, you give me the story, I'm going to tell you. So what I had did, in reply to a Gangsta's question, what I had did was try to put together, you know what I'm saying, a thing with all of the old footage. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it, Gangster, is that people wasn't really shooting with too much good shit then. You know what I mean?
And didn't nobody want to be on nobody's film? No. Film what? Nigga, I'll shoot you and then shoot the camera.
Well, we got some parties, like at my aunt's bar at the Players Lounge and shit like that, when they would have, like, you know what I'm saying, parties and picnics and shit like that, and all the...
Oh, yeah, everybody would be over there.
Yeah, all the major players. So, I think, in my research, I got a little footage, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I got to reconstruct the story, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that, because like, especially, you know what I'm saying, from my background and my upcoming, the players and pimps and hoes and everybody I knew and grew up under, and my family and them motherfuckers was rich. You know what I'm saying? They owned apartment buildings, nightclubs, chick springers, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? They had everything. Cab companies, Neo owned the cab company, so, there has to be some glamorous footage, Gangster,
Well, let me say this. Let me give you the good news. Now, check this out. Let me give you the good news. Think about it. Y'all the first four I'm going to share it with right now. In 1987, 1988, I got a camcorder for my birthday. Even though I don't celebrate birthdays, but one of the girls bought me a camcorder for my birthday. The first brother who I filmed was International Blue in Anaheim. Silky, before he passed. New York Ice came through. International Blue came through. Some of the brothers that I was filming. Now, remember now, we were just having fun. Then Blue and them decided to talk a little mess, quote, and then I took that film and showed it to the brothers who they was talking about, and the other brothers answered the film, quote. Then I went and met Kenny Red and them, and them at another hotel, and they was talking their stuff, and I filmed them, and then I took that film to Fillmore's house, and then Fillmore answered the brothers who was talking about them, answered them back, and everything. So I think I might have 30 minutes, 35 minutes of it. Now what happened was, I saved this. Then when I filmed the OG brothers, they didn't want to let me out of Fillmore's house because they said, hey man, you can't take that film nowhere. The police get hold of this film, we'll do life. So I had talked my way out of it and promised them that I would hold on to it and keep it safe. And I kept it safe all the way from then, all the way from until now. And so now the players know I have it. Again, hating, mad because Gangsta Brown got it. Gangsta Brown, woo, woo, woo. So I'm still going through that haterism stuff, still to this day. I don't know what's wrong with everybody, but when it comes down, they just won't get me to play because I try to do it as a team with those who I know, but I can't make it happen. But they let Michael Malloy get away with murder with that shit, and he was a total lame. Right. Well, I'm glad you made mention that both of y'all, Brian and you folks, because
it wasn't really so much that Michael was a lame. He was just a square.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
One day maybe you can explain to me what the difference is. But anyway, I got a question that I got to pose to you all, because it's really just a statement that I'm going to pose it to you all. Because here's the thing. In the day that we're in right now, everything is being filmed, recorded, you got the social media stuff, all this stuff, right? And I just thought about this. I'm like, okay, man, we know there's a lot of holes in this shit, right? It's Swiss cheese. But 30 years from now, you got motherfuckers ain't even born yet. It's going to be in this game. The game is going to go on in some form or fashion. But they're going to look back and look at particular time.
We'll continue to sell, trust me.
Right. But they're going to look back at this particular time. A smart ass comment in there, or a reasonable facsimile thereof. They will. Because here's the thing, folks, they want to look at the fall from right today, with all the stuff that's going on today. And if this thing don't get right, if this message does not come through clearly, you don't have 30 years from now cats thinking that what's going on right now is the way it's supposed to go. Yeah, okay, I got you. And, I mean, that was kind of like the comment I just made, said, Michael wasn't lame, he was just a square. I said, well, maybe one day I'll learn the difference. And, that's kind of like, I want to apply that to what you were just saying, is that, somebody think that what's going on now is really the shit, as opposed to us trying to explain to the guys right now that ain't the shit. Right. And here's the difference.
Right, but see, Michael Malloy, I met Michael Malloy, right, through some Russian mobsters. In Chicago, they owned the first store down on Roosevelt, Alex and Mike, A&M Furriers. They owned the first store down there, right? So Alex was telling me about this college kid, you know what I'm saying, that was doing movies and doing everything, whatever, and he really liked him. He was such a nice kid and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? In Chicago, and he had told Michael Malloy about me. You know what I'm saying? Michael Malloy comes out to Vegas. Some guy introduces him. He finds out who I am. And he's telling me, man, Alex and them told me about you, because that's where Don Juan and he was taking Snoop. Everybody was going and getting their first cut from Alex and Mike over there on Roosevelt, right? So, make a long story short, I used to sit up, and this was folks were saying lame shit or whatever, and I just didn't want to use the word, but I would sit up and tell Michael Malloy, hey man, this shit ain't for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You do something else. You know what I'm saying? You graduated from college. You know what I'm saying? You do. But by that time, he had been around Bishop and them. He had been around the little dudes and Pimp C and all the other little guys that he was shooting videos for. You know what I'm saying? And instead of him putting the main focus just on his movie company, he started fucking with them hoes. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of got sidetracked for a minute. From what I understand, his wife has taken over everything, and she's trying to hold it together or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, I remember I had a conversation with him one time, and he was saying, folks, I don't understand this, man. He said, these guys, man, I done seen some ugly guys, man, with 3, 4, 5 holes, and emptied up together, and he was saying, I seen this guy, and I know he's a dope friend, man, and, he come to the bar every time he sat down, whenever he be still, he knocked it out, and he had 2 holes. He said, and I just, these hoes give me no money. I said, you don't understand it? He said, no, I don't understand. I said, you ain't no pimp, nigga. That's sad. I ain't gonna give you no money. I guess not. You ain't done.
Now, let me tell you the problem.
He just couldn't get that. He said, yeah, man, I got a nice house, a nice car, and yeah.
Let me tell you the problem I had with him. I met him in Chicago some years ago when he first was starting, and we talked and kicked it, and he put me in his film, and I put him in my film. But what I didn't understand, even to this day, we both did the same thing. He's a little smarter than me, so he took his to another level, quote. But what I said to him, I said, I don't understand how come when a brother catch a case, and then your film is gave to the police so they can have the raw footage, and I do the same thing you do, but they never came to ask for me for none of my footage, and half of all my friends is in jail because you could put that game down talking about you gonna make them famous, but you knew they were still active, and you knew you didn't really film them because they were still active, but you did it anyway and got you some money. And now,
the one thing, now, let me just interrupt you right there, and I'm just halfway rude, but I had a conversation with him one time, and I told him, I said, man, you know the biggest beef I have with the shit that you do? He said, well, man, I take offense that you call my film shit. I said, okay, well, I'm going to call it my opinion. Let's just keep on here. You did not put a disclaimer on none of that shit.
exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth.
And he said, man, he tried to give me some lame excuse about that. Well, man, I ain't really knowing. I don't think I was making a difference. I said, okay, let me show you why you tell me goddamn lie now. I said, in almost every one of those films, at some point, maybe everyone, but at least almost everyone, at some point in the film, you say, yeah, these guys right here, they are really pimps, man. These are real true life pimps. I ain't a film, I'm just a filmmaker, but these guys, he makes sure that he says somewhere in that film that these guys are real life pimps. But I'm not that. I'm just a scammer guy. And if you think about it, if you got any of them films, just go back there and you'll see just about everyone. He made it a point to say that he was not a pimp. That he was just a camera guy. But that all these other guys were real life pimps. And I hate to say anything ill about the dude, man, but right is right and wrong is wrong, and somebody else is going to come along and want to do the same shit. You know, so I'm hoping that maybe this is something you can grab a hold to and see that, the game is watching. We looking, we see this bullshit. We might not say nothing about it. Or might not say nothing right then, but we see the shit. That's what you're going to have, that goes back to what I was saying earlier, an active pimp. On a motherfucking film that's being distributed worldwide, confessing to being a pimp, and then showing the faces of the hoes who, from a legal standpoint, could end up being witnesses. Yeah, so, prosecutor pick up on this and say, okay, this guy said he was a pimp. And, okay, see these girls right here? These three pictures here? Go get them. And he's going to tell them, hey, look, you going to testify on him, or we going to do all you motherfuckers 20 years. What you think going to happen?
Right. Well, I didn't never really understand, when I was in, Dre came to my office in Vegas and sat there with two of the Hughes brothers, or one of them and their representative or whatever, right? And at the time, I was doing the tours with Too Short and Daz and, Forte and all the rest of the guys and shit. So they, really wanted me to be in it, but I'm telling them, man, I got a business, I pay taxes. Matter of fact, I got the Las Vegas police doing security for me. You understand what I'm saying? And I was, I can't, know what I'm saying? And I can hear my granddaddy and them, going, the nigga, I wish you would, you know what I'm saying? So, I just never understood. I mean, and then like my other partner, Sir Captain, I scared the shit out of Sir Captain, right? Because by the time the movie came out, niggas, by the time the movie came out, 2 or 3 niggas had already got knocked. You know what I'm saying? The American Pimp shit. And, because if you can remember, at the end of the movie, they had Gorgeous Dre up on the bunk, talking with the Bible and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So by the end of the movie, so now, the word don't get out amongst the cats that was in the movie that niggas is getting knocked. So now when the premiere come, everybody's scared. Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's the one that did it, and that's what got Maria cranked up. He thought he saw that, and he told himself that he was going to be the huge devils multiplied by 100. He was going to do that same thing, but he was going to do it everywhere, all over the world.
Oh, yeah. Then you got Snooki's ass, right? See, and that's the thing, right? Snooki ends up being the motherfucking FBI the whole motherfucking time. Yeah. Right? Man, I heard this nigga say out of his own motherfucking mouth, man. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfucker did an interview with him. Matter of fact, it was Leroy doing an interview with Snooki in prison, in the federal prison in Wisconsin, right? He asked Snooki, he said, well, man, motherfuckers out here on the street, man, talking about you work for the feds, and, even some rats. He said, nah, man, just know that it wasn't no rat move, it was a Mac move. What the fuck? What the fuck? A Mac move? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one day you got to explain that one to me, too.
Hey, man, I remember they ran up in that boy's house in Vegas, man, and that boy had $700,000 and something in cash in the house and some girls up in there that he had burnt or some shit, right? And, it didn't nothing really happen behind that.
Yeah, he poured alcohol on him and set him on fire.
Yeah.
Pour alcohol on his back and set him on fire.
Because he felt like he could get away with it because he was the FBI.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, but then in the movie, he was the king, he the one got the bras looking down, and coming up kissing his ring, and all of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So,
here's what I don't understand. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be taken the wrong way here. I do not condone snitching of any sort to any degree. However, I want to say this. Back in the 60s and 70s, the snitches were the people that told they didn't go to penitentiary. That's why they were killing. They snitched to keep from going to penitentiary. Now the motherfuckers are snitching and going to the penitentiary. I don't get it. I mean, whenever we just had the switch, which, like I said again, I don't condone that shit, but goddamn it, if you was going to snitch, you should at least get something out of it. You shouldn't be the motherfucker going to penitentiary. These motherfuckers snitches still go to penitentiary. Somebody explain that one to me.
They don't even call it snitching no more. They call it getting down first. Motherfucking police come in the room and tell the little young motherfucker, hey, man, I'm telling you now, you're mad in the other room. He look like he getting ready to talk, man. You better hurry up. Come on now, motherfucker, if you got anything to say, because once he start talking, we don't want to hear what you got to say, man. The motherfucker been telling their mammy and every motherfucking body they know, man. They're going to tell us something about that their mama stole something when they was a kid. They seen their mama pick up something in the motherfucking store. You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers is something else, man. You know?
These motherfuckers now, man, they start talking in the police car on the way to jail. They don't even get wait till they get to jail. They tell on the way to jail.
Yeah, dude, you ain't got to take me. I got something to tell you. Come on, but You know what I mean?
Okay, but anyway, we digressing, man. Let's get back to what the fuck are we gonna do, man, to try to, to try to get the message out there, man. How are we gonna do anything? Now, let me say this.
You and Gangsta had two bright ideas. Gangsta said as far as the footage go, the film and shit, and you with the, put, chapters or whatever in the book. I mean, there's only so much you can do. You know what I mean?
Now, what I was getting ready to say is that in the great original rules of the game, there is no rule that says we have to try to save these motherfuckers. So all this shit is on a volunteer basis. And I hope that they can understand that.
God damn.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that's true to the motherfucker. And then, like I say, not only is it true, you got tears in my eyes, but not only is it true, I've kind of been living that like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? They don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna keep putting myself out there, because I don't go around.
And they piss you off, and some of them motherfuckers will even threaten you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Motherfucker, I'm trying to save your ass. You realize I'm doing this suddenly. And the way you going, you ain't gonna get this far.
Hey, man, not only is a motherfucker trying to save them, motherfucker trying to give them some game, trying to put some money in their pocket, make sure, you know what I'm saying, they keep some food on their table just by having some motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? Knowing something to tell this girl when you sit her out the door other than, I'll see you later. You know?
I meant to say something about that earlier, and then some other things went on, and it went past me. But here's one of the main things that I tell these young guys, I tell them these stories, and tell them how shit went. And I tell them that had we had cell phones, beepers, and all of that shit back in the 60s and 70s, we would all be billionaires now.
Right.
We didn't have none of that shit. Everything that a bitch needed to know, she had to know it before she left, because once she went out that door, there was no calling back to her. What I do now, coach? Sam? I'm in the bathroom, and the trick said this, and I said that, and what I do now? There's none of that. You had to have enough game to tell that, to give that bitch everything she needed to know before she went out the door, because once she went out the door, that was it. There was no calling back, there was no beeping, paging, and then the cell phone. This might have went to the phone booth, but shit, you ain't gonna be at home waiting on this bitch to call. No, you somewhere around trying to knock it over this.
Right.
So everything she had to know, you had to tell it to her before she went out that door. And these motherfuckers don't have that kind of game. If they were put in a position where they had to tell a bitch everything she needed to know before she went out the door, I'd say at least 75% of them, they wouldn't make it back in.
Right. But then, like I'm saying, it's technology, evolution. Motherfucker got to keep up with it, you know what I'm saying? And stay.
Oh, I understand it, but what I'm saying is if we had had that back then, we'd be on satellite phones now, talking from Barcelona or some motherfucker there. And we'd be billionaires.
Man, I know when the first nigga I seen with a telephone in his car, I thought he was George Jetson or some motherfucker body. You know what I'm saying? And Elroy, that was the slick. I mean, man, a motherfucker, man, your woman can call you, nigga, in your car. It was a dope man, Clarence Reed, the biggest dope man in the town. You know what I'm saying? But he had a phone in his car. A phone in your car? Oh, man, that that was the slickest.
Oh man, I used to, I was a young motherfucker, man. I used to go there and get Norman Burton's car. You know Norman?
Norman.
Yeah, Stormin' Norman. He always had a white Buick and he always had a telephone in it. And he'd be like, "Folks, you been using my motherfucking phone." He said, "Man, do you know how much this shit costs?" I said, "No, but I didn't think it made you a goddamn difference. You told me you were a millionaire, and you don't talk to me about a phone bill?"
Man,
Stormin' Norman.
Scooter, tell the story you was telling me the other day about your relative that had the jet.
Oh, I was telling them folks about the old drug dealer Jesse James, right? When I was a kid, I remember on the Sunday newspaper they had wrote an article about how the feds was chasing Jesse James's jet, and his jet was faster than the FBI and the narcos jet, and they would have to land and shit, and they couldn't keep up with Jesse. I was telling him the story about, a thing about how when the crack came in, because Jesse James, this motherfucker had his own jet. Motherfucker didn't have no diamond belt buckle. He had the whole belt was diamonds. He owned apartment buildings. He owned every motherfucking thing, man. Man, this man started smoking crack. That motherfucking diamond belt ended up being a rope around his waist like Jethro Bodine from the Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker went from living in a mansion to dying in a dumpster in the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, in the alley. You know what I mean? So,
Man, that crack took out a whole lot of really slick motherfuckers.
Man.
And most of them really big, rich motherfuckers, a bitch turned them out. But see, they had gotten older, but they had all this motherfucking money, man. And they like young bitches. They get these young bitches, and they get these good crack smoking bitches, because them little bitches to do anything. Them motherfuckers do stroke attacks, any motherfucking thing. And them little bitches, you gotta give them credit. They had some game. They said, "This nigga's a millionaire. I'm gonna start this motherfucker smoking." And then he ain't gonna want nobody to know he's smoking, so he gonna call me every time he wanna do this shit. So I got me a free ticket till the million run out. And then little young bitches would man, smoke this in, they start off like that. "Here, why don't you take a little bit?" No, I don't want none of this shit. I'm telling you don't believe with this shit. This shit will have your dick hard for the next 4 hours. Yeah, but give me a little bit of that.
You brought that up, saying more things change, more this thing saying with all shit going on now, except crack now is fucking social media. Not only that, the shit now is lean and pills and everything. Man, these motherfuckers killing themselves, man. That shit is killing them niggas, man.
Yeah, they own everything. But they following the lead of rappers.
Yeah, well,
it used to be that in the hood, everybody was following the lead of pimps and players. They couldn't wait to be a pimp or player, be in the game some kind of way. Now they all want to be rappers.
Well, people have more sense there too. I mean, the thing is, you look at it, social media, they take, as soon as they get locked up, the first thing they do, they get all their social media. And that's the evidence that you can find for yourself. That's what they bring to the table.
Yeah, and I was talking to one young girl about it. I said, man, you know what's gonna happen, man, if you ever get a case. Well, I said, prosecutors just gonna download all your Facebook shit, the real hotspot parts, and make a video of that. And they're just gonna go in the courtroom and say, "Ladies and gentlemen, jury, everything the witnesses said. We have television and DVD player set up back there for you. Go back there, put this in, and just listen to what he said he did. Yeah, check the evidence or the witnesses. Go and listen to what he said he did. He's charged with that. Now you go look at this and you come back and tell me you can come back with nothing less than the verdict of guilty together. Because that's what he said he did. Then he had about 5, 6, 7 bars. They all say he had them to say he did it too.
Well, shit, it's not even just the videos no more, P. They got, now they got the technology to where they could broadcast live, and what cats is doing on their social media is they filming the shit in real time. You know what I'm saying? I'm here right now on the blade on this street. There go the hoe right there, and they're going, this is going down. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Now they had something they had posted up on Facebook, and as soon as I started sharing it to different people, they took it down, and I ain't never seen or heard no more about it. They had a gizmo. They were talking about this drunk buster machine, and it was kind of like that show Person of Interest, how they could just zoom in on anybody anywhere at that time.
Yeah.
They said that they had some technology now, and what they would do is the computer would pick up anything that said sex, adult entertainment, anything that had to do with sex, and push it that head. Then they would go into that phone and find out how many similar ads that phone had posted and how many different cities they had posted in. And then that's when they go get that motherfucker. And they should lay out exactly how it worked and everything. And then I shared it about 4 or 5 times, and then it disappeared. Never to be seen or heard from again. They were like, oh man, fuck that. We let these motherfuckers know how we getting them. We really fucking up. We doing the same dumb ass shit they doing. Putting all their bits up, putting theirs up there. And they kill that and I heard no more. But now he talks about how fucking slick that is from their standpoint. If they can find out what phone or what computer posted it, and then find out how many other times that phone or that computer had posted similar such ads, and how many different cities or states that phone or that computer had posted similar ads.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you a new technology that's a horror story to me. I went to a technology conference a few months ago out here in California. Sound of your voice, and it could translate it into any different language it wants, and it's going to sound exactly like you just from speaking for 60 seconds in length. It could make up conversations that you never even said, and on top of that, it has technology to make a somewhat clone of yourself and look damn near identical to you, and it will speak back to you in your voice. It's on YouTube. I have to send out the links to y'all at another time. The shit.
Okay.
The shit.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
The shit is scary.
That's what you're talking about. Then you hear that shit, and you have to say it was you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was me. But I sure don't remember saying that.
Man, they could take your your voice and put some shit together that you ain't even never said, and it'll be damn near difficult to prove that it wasn't you, because the shit it sounds 100% spot on. I'm not bullshitting you, man.
I want to see that. Now, I have to ask again. Are we still on, and how long have we been on?
Yeah. Well, something was.
2 hours and some
change.
Something went wrong with YouTube, and I hope the YouTube saved the entire recording. But
it's in our favor.
because my iPad or whatever, because I'm broadcasting on YouTube from my iPad, something happened, and it let me go back inside, but I'm not too sure if it saved it, and it's looking like everything is still there, but I won't be able to tell until the recording is over. But I got a backup device that's been recording this conversation as well, but some parts that it don't have. So I'm hoping everything is still here. But for the most part, we're still live. We got like 6 viewers right now. We had 10, but there's been a lot of more people coming through here and there. The number's been up and down, but we still got people leaving comments. And
yeah, we gotta find something spectacular to get these motherfuckers' attention. Because I don't want to just keep beating a dead horse, and I could be using that time, to be the last vote and get that motherfucker up and running.
Right.
At least I'll have something running. We are not getting anything from educating these people. We're paying it forward to the game.
Well,
we're trying to give back some of the shit that was given to us. We didn't buy this shit. It was given to us, and we're trying to give some of it back. But God damn it, I never seen so many motherfuckers that were so resistant to a gift.
Right.
Like, no, don't you dare give me nothing. Fuck you. Why are you trying to give me something anyway? Must be something wrong with it if you're giving it away.
Man. Well, one thing.
I'm willing to participate in the draft, man. I put a lot of years into this shit now, trying to make some kind of noise and get somebody to listen. So, I don't want to stop now without getting, seeing some sort of results.
Well, one thing I plan on doing this year is to continue, the radio station series that, Kellyo originally planned, originally was doing before he passed. Looked like Scooter phone dropped off. But let me continue my thought. Is this year I plan on doing a 24-hour radio station for his Pimpin' Radio, and keep the shows going, and keeping everything in rotation. Hold on, I'm gonna get Scooter back on the lines. Let's call.
Let's take attendance here. Is everybody else still on there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I was just wondering if we was getting knocked off or dropped off or what the hell.
Scooter dropped off. Hold on one moment.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Yeah. I'm still here. Let's see what's going on. Scooter. Okay, his phone not connected.
Yeah, I'm trying to get with you, but my battery.
No shit ain't nothing compared to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know we was gonna talk this long, man. I'm gonna have to get back with you. My battery is dead, but it was nice conversing with you, gentlemen. Gangsta, I'm gonna get with you, Gangsta, on that. We will take it further and put our heads together. And folks, my battery is dead, though, and I can't charge it up and walk around. So, I want to hear this show composure. So hit me back in an hour, a couple hours ago, whatever, and let me know how it went, man.
Okay, for sure. Well, I guess we're gonna end up wrapping the show up anyway, man.
Okay,
so we're gonna close
all
it
right,
on.
man. Well, shit, it was a pleasure. I think we got a few things accomplished. You know what I'm saying? But we can do it again whenever you get ready, man. Just let me know, nigga. I'm there.
All right, yeah, for sure.
And we got to get together and follow up on what we touched on.
Yeah, because a lot of times we say some shit and then so whatever happens and then it don't get done.
Well, one
one thing for sure, both of you gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, got shit out there, so there ain't no question that y'all don't only talk about it, y'all do it. So, you know what I mean, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, man.
Let's do it. All right, then.
All right. Okay, cool. Gangsta is a pleasure. Folks, always a pleasure. Absolutely. The same here. Gangsta, we need to keep it from on, man. And, I'm going to get your information from a young homie, and I'll be in touch. You'll be surprised. If you just sit down and relax and get well, I'm going to be right at you. I'm serious. I have a sucker stroke every now and then, and it's crazy people, stop taking their medication. Shit, I don't need this shit. This shit for crazy people. I ain't crazy. So I'd be like, man, I ain't that fucked up. I can do something. Shit. And then I go do something, and I'd be like, God damn, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, them people cut me from asshole to appetite, man. All right.
Okay, so from any last thoughts before we wrap this thing on out for the night, gentlemen?
Yeah, I want them to go to my website, www.gangsterbrown.net, and check out my YouTube, Gangsta Brown 510. My Twitter, Gangsta Brown 510. All the social networks, just say my name and it'll pop up. Anything you need, anything you want is there. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping the game real. And I'm going to put together this situation on this DVD thing for these movies and good stuff. I'm going to bring that to the table. And then I got my two homies that was on the phone. I'll work with them so I can make sure I get it done because the real will make it happen. So I'm happy today. I met some good conversation. I learned a lot my own self, and I'm happy, and everything good about me. I'm smiling.
I appreciate your time.
Absolutely, brother. I share the sentiment, and look forward to making some things happen here, man. All right.
Gangsta Brown, I appreciate your time so much. It's always a pleasure and a treat. And, man, I love and respect you so much, man.
You just better finish my website, gangsterbrown.com. That's what you better.
I got you, man. Oh, and Whitefolks, you spoke about your Players Court TV being on YouTube. So for people who may not know how to access it.
They made me take it down. They told me they wasn't going to be in Hollywood trying to sell it if I was giving it away. So, I saw the wisdom in that, so they made me take that shit down. They say, man, we're going to sell this shit. We don't need it to be up there for free.
Okay.
So he told me, it's been up here long enough for you had 20,000, 30,000 views before you took it down. There's enough people talking about it by now. But that's some great shit. I don't know if did you see it?
Yes, I did. I loved it.
I mean, it needs some spit and polish. That's a rough draft, but it gave Hollywood an idea of what it could be.
Yeah.
With the proper lighting and the proper direction, and that kind of stuff. But they're shining right up. Right. There's only so much I could do, man. Because I was working on a shoestring budget. Right. They charge me $1,000 a day for that fucking courtroom. And then I played Let's Make a Deal with a bunch of actors, and told them, look, I can't give y'all another gas money. I give you myself $100 too. So it's the best I can do. Give you gas money and lunch money. If this shit get to be something, you're gonna be the first motherfucker I call. But otherwise, we're on the shoestring budget, and it still cost me $17 grand. Even after cutting all of them corners. So I did all I could do with that little bit of money.
Dude, Mr. P, any last thoughts?
Man, it was definitely a good discussion, and good that we made some leeway on some things that we can do to try to make a statement, and hopefully cats will tune in, and whatever the medium is, hopefully they will pay attention, listen here, and hopefully understand and start to comply, because, we doing this out of love. It's not about, any selfishness or anything like that. We doing this hand guys. Some of them you know, some of them you might not know. Some of them that you know, just the situation they shouldn't be in because it really ain't fun, but they're getting, astronomical time. They hold.
Oh man, yeah, these guys getting life sentences and 149 years and sentences they couldn't possibly even serve.
Right.
They're gonna die in a cell.
They're getting more time than mass murder and terrorism right now. And it's not hard to figure out why that is. But the point is, a lot.
Oh yeah, you do way better with a murder shit. You go kill a motherfucker now, long as politician, and then you go kill a motherfucker, and tomorrow morning when you go to court, if you tell the police, look, man, I plead guilty to manslaughter right now. Manslaughter on camera for 15 years, so look, I plead guilty to manslaughter right now. Judge give me 7.5 to 15, and they come back and say, hey, well, look, they said they'll go for it if you go do 10 to 15. All right, fuck it, bring it on. And in a matter of a few days, you can get 10 years for murder.
Right.
And have it all done with in a few days. Okay, look, man, I want to plead guilty. So go see if you can negotiate a deal. See what you can come up with.
Okay.
Yeah, but this guy here, man, they're so mad about it. You get under 2 years, sometimes even less. And then that damn fool that went down to Las Vegas Boulevard with the Wild West shoe out there, they gave him motherfucking death. Gave him the death penalty. How the fuck you get the death penalty for pimping?
Right.
How?
Oh, man, that's the thing, a lot of them, that attitude, that's one thing that has to change. They have to understand that, there are certain things you're going to have to comply with when you're in a certain arena. It is what it is.
Yeah, they just think because they're saying, a few women, they start enough for them to give them some money on a regular basis, and now they got $2 over lunch money, and bought them a little fancy pistol, and they don't think they have to comply with nothing. Man, I'm the king of the world.
Well, it's just the nature of all things. You can't step on the basketball court in the NBA with a hockey stick, and trying to fight everybody. Wrong game.
Yeah.
So, there's things that you won't have to comply with in order for you to be in there and facilitate it. Period.
That reminds me of something. I had a beef going with a guy. It went on for 2 days. I went to sleep and woke up and got back on Facebook again. He was still there and he continued the thing. And there was pages and pages of shit that he had wrote back and forth. And his beef was that he don't have to be held. He don't have to hold himself to no rules. And those are not his rules. He didn't make them up. He didn't decide to follow them. And he ain't going to follow them. And why do old dudes like me keep trying to push that shit? And then at one point, he made a statement, and that's where I ended it at. And he called himself making a hell of a point. He said, man, this old dude trying to tell us how we need to do this, and we don't really know how to do what we do for ourselves. And, it was like Kobe Bryant can't go to LeBron James and play basketball. I said, I'm glad you said that, brother. You are absolutely right. I said, however, if either Kobe or LeBron get out there in that court and don't play by the established rules, both of them motherfuckers will be ejected from the game. I said, with that, I'm ending this motherfucking whole thread here. Goodbye.
Man, this show is dedicated in memory of King Kelly O. Rest in peace. I definitely appreciate everybody that came and tuned in to the show tonight. And stay tuned.
Those folks let them know how they can reach him too.
Oh, say again? I couldn't hear you.
Folks, let the people know how they can reach him, man.
Oh man, I'm on Facebook. And Facebook made me take my Whitefolks handle down and put my government name up. They told me you can put up the government name or just get off, period. So my name is Darryl Ridson. It's spelled Darryel. Last name Woodson. However, I've been told by a few people, if you put in original Whitefolks in the search, it will still come up. It'll come up. You'll still get it. And I got that extra crazy E in my name. I think my mother just learned silent E's because she got one in my middle name too. My middle name is Anthony, and she spelled it Anthony. That says Ant Honey. Well, anyway, so there you have it, man. And from that point, anybody want to contact me, got some ideas or what have you, let's do it. I don't want to just talk about some shit, and I don't want to, unfortunately, I've had my fill of dope boys who, got more money than they know to do it and buy 3-4 cameras and get a couple of helpers and call this stuff a film company. And then let's make a movie. I ain't down with none of that. I need somebody that, the people in Hollywood, when you call them, they know your name. So, oh, yeah, it's Bob. Hey, Bob, what you got for us? I need somebody like that.
Yeah.
We need some content, though. Just like Gangsta Brown was talking about. I need somebody with some content. And like he was saying, if you got some film footage, you ain't quite sure what to do with it. We might know a little more about what to do with it than you do. And we can do like my Aunt Louie used to say. We're going to put it all down and add it all up. And there we have it, man. And, I'd like to just say I appreciate the brothers that was on the phone and the rest of the players out there who are genuinely players. And, one of the guys that helped start this whole film thing, notwithstanding you, brother, but Roy there, who was one of the actors that was in that movie. He's a good friend of mine, and he was one of the few that did that and didn't get no problems, and and continues now to do some things in the game, and knows how to conduct himself in a manner that he don't get no problems. MD, how can they find you, man? Let me know.
Man, you can find me on Facebook by searching Filmo Composure, man. Yeah, they shut me down for a while, but I'm easily accessible. You can search me on Instagram at _IamFilmo. Then you got my YouTube channel right here. So I need all y'all to help grow this YouTube channel to get it back to where it needs to be. So we can help, continue to help those, in need that actually want to hear some actual real knowledge and wisdom from some, real solid gentlemen. So yeah, man. And
okay, and you said just brought this a lame statement to my mind, but the older I get, the more sense it makes. We're trying to help those who help themselves. That statement didn't used to mean shit to me, but I see the wisdom in it now. Right. It's what we're trying to do. It's got to be somebody who wants to help. Because believe me, we ain't trying to shove this shit down nobody's throat. I definitely ain't trying to piss nobody off by trying to give them enough game to make sure that they get to be these old motherfuckers that they keep calling us. And that should be one of your goals, to get to be an old motherfucker. Right. Yeah. I'm true to the things that you claim you want to be. A genuine player and an old motherfucker. Yeah. Try to get to be some of that. that, gentlemen, I'm going to say good night. From where I'm at, it's a little past midnight. And so I'm going to be that old motherfucker that keep calling me and take my old ass to bed. And I'll talk to you gentlemen later.
All right, man. It's a pleasure, man. I get back with all y'all later, man.
All right, man. Good night.
Love you, man. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, man. It's the one and only Composure. When I close out this show, man, it's gonna save it, but I apologize if YouTube did not save the entire show from the absolute beginning. Like I said, for some strange reason, YouTube all of a sudden wanted to crash on me, and it did it a couple times, and I just didn't make mention of it because it let me continue where I left off with no problem. But when it did it the last time, it made me it didn't give me that option, and it wanted me to create a new title. That's why it went from It's Pimpin' Live Leakin to just Leakin. You feel me? So hopefully it continues everything, because when it did that, it cleared out the entire chat room, and I you know what I'm saying, I don't know if everything was kept in one piece. Some hope. I'm hoping that everything is all together, man. But if not, I recorded the show on a backup device, not exactly from the beginning, but you know, I'm gonna try to piece it together as best as I can if it got fucked up. See, the problem is this YouTube shit is damn near conspiracy when it comes to truth, when it comes to this game, man. It's just like all of a sudden YouTube want to give me problems. Like, you know what I'm saying? I put out a lot of good content, and then YouTube don't want to bring me no views. You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy, man. But hey, for those that come and be a part of this channel, man, salute to all y'all, because hey, I don't need 100 motherfuckers, man. Like I see 9 people on here right now. Hey, man, these are I know that there's 9 motherfuckers that care about this game, actually want to know the truth, actually want to hear some real shit, and that's all I need, man. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, yeah, they don't want the real to get out, says Larry Foxworth, and yeah, man. And also, for all y'all that check out the live recordings, the comments that y'all leave in the chat room, YouTube does not post it on the comment page. And I'll also notice that YouTube, if you don't have a lot of interaction on your videos with comments, likes, and shares, they won't really put it in the search results on YouTube for some strange. They got all these technical algorithms, and they will hate. You feel me? So, if you can, for all of our videos and not just this one, you know what I'm saying, leave some feedback, man. And, I definitely would appreciate it, because that would definitely aid to or should I say, add to the channel's growth. You feel me? And for everybody that's out there that's interested, like I mentioned on other previous videos, the entire collection to It's Pimpin' Radio is for sale. We have over 300 shows worth over we have over 300 shows that has over 400 hours worth of game. And to be exact, it's a little under 500 hours in total. So that's almost 20 days worth of audio content of pure, raw, uncut game. You dig what I'm saying? For sale right now for $4,500. It will come on a hard drive. It's about 16 to 17 gigabytes. You know what I'm saying? If you're interested, you know what I'm saying, you could go to my website called composure.com/store. I have my own online store. And, you could order an entire catalog to It's Pimpin' Radio, man. Like I said, over 300 shows. Got some payroll material on there. And just in case y'all never got the update before, Payroll to Pimp will be coming back online for his Pimpin' Radio, man. So we working on this new season, and I definitely hope all of y'all be a part of that. Yeah, most definitely. Everybody need to do their part. You feel me? To keep this game and truth alive, because like it was said and mentioned on the show, like, you feel me? 30 years from now, shit'd be fucked up if you know what I'm saying, if we don't do nothing to help preserve this shit. You feel me? So, man, I appreciate everybody's support. You know what I'm saying, and shout out to everybody that's trying to do their part in their own individual lives and their own little networks with people that they're surrounded with. You feel me? So, man, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Appreciate the feedback. And shout out to Absolute. I see you in here, man. I'm glad you checked in. Let me go back through here and give y'all some cats some recognition that came on through. Okay, I see Eric Robertson in here. I see you, Larry. I see Ebony Empire LLC. Black Ice, Chris Ross. Shout out to you. And like I said, this chat room had got cleared out earlier. So if I, you know what I'm saying, shout out to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I don't see y'all names on here. And with that, I'm signing on out, man. And I may repost this video after, you know, it saves to YouTube just to, you know,
This is a
It's Pimpin' Radio.
exclusive.